tryna find love, know it's hard to keep. Even when it get tough and you wanna leave. Take a look into your eyes where I find reason. Writing love letters from my broken English. Conversate with a self, I'm wishing you well. Set the time and place and I'll meet you there. Be right there, be right, I'll be right. Stumbling up the stairs, please come, I need help. Can't do this alone, show me that you're there. We've been through so much in the past week. Can we start afresh, leaving in last week? Cause I'm so good, fighting them temptations in that old phone. They been trying to separate us so long, but I want you in my life, can't do it solo. Cause nobody was meant to be by themselves. I'll take your hand, go all the way. They say that good things come to those that wait. Might get a little immature, don't wanna wait. But if you're trying to find love, know it's hard to keep. Even when it get tough and you wanna leave. Take a look into your eyes where I find reason. Writing love letters from my broken English. Conversate with a self, I'm wishing you well. Set the time and place and I'll meet you there. Be right there, be right, I'll be right. Distance so what, I ain't done enough. Love in your face, what you running from? You'll hear the pain in these melodies. Love crying, talking felonies. Won't fake the feeling. This part is so heartless, so villain. No talking, just show what the real is. Please can you show me some? Please can you show me something? Letters in the air, don't care the cursive. Give it time to fly, I promise it'll be worth it. A little far away, wish I can say it in person. Just wanna let you know. If you're tryna find love, know it's hard to keep. Even when it get tough and you wanna leave. Take a look into your eyes where I find reason. Writing love letters from my broken English. Conversate with a self, I'm wishing you well. Set the time and place and I'll meet you there. Be right there, be right, I'll be right.
Hey chat.
Kat, how we feeling for week 2 of the CDL?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling super festive. All the lights up in Nuketown. It's so cute. It even snowed here yesterday, so it's been very.
Yeah, the most serene you will ever see Nuketown. So calm, chilling by the fire, but don't catch me in there. I'm handing out presents. Anything you can get, I got it.
Reminder, you can pick up the CDL skin right now, and all that money goes to your favorite players. Speaking of favorite players, we are going to see a mix-up in some new rosters today. Let's jump right into it. Alley Cat and Amos alongside Puckett here at the desk. And this is one that I don't think anyone saw coming. We knew Hook was the top free agent out on the market. He's been scooped up here already, Alley Cat.
And I heard he is so good at this game, and that doesn't surprise me at all. I'm really excited to see him plugged into this roster.
Hook in for Pred right now, and let's talk about the new lineup. What is this going to do to Optic Texas? Can you get stronger than the previous roster?
I believe so, yeah. I mean, I think, we've seen Hook time.
So what I will say is I don't like this roster because Hook plays on a solo. He basically plays solo. He's good at the game, but he plays very solo, and I don't know if that's going to work.
I let out a tweet in the beginning of the year. I said, Hook surely is going to be the first guy elevated. After 1 week, so surprising, but so excited to see him back alongside his duo and Shotzi. Hook, definitely look out for him today, going up against his former team.
World champion Shotzi back in 2020. That was the Dallas Empire days. Dallas Empire is now Optic Texas. So, Alley Cat, let's talk about these two coming back together. Who else can play at the pace that we're going to see from Optic this weekend?
That's going to be a tough one. The only other team you'd have to say is maybe LA Thieves because, again, you're talking about Hook, who is one of the fastest players that we have in the league as an SMG, as being an opportunity. And as we said, he has been busting in challengers thus far, and I absolutely think it will translate to the league.
9-1, 8-1, a first and second in the 2 cups for challengers. That was Hook beaten up on the AMs, but when it comes to the pros, today he's taking his former lineup.
Yes,
Vancouver Surge are coming into week 2 after finishing a tough week number 1. They lost to Toronto, but bounced back with a clutch game 5 win against Miami.
Yeah, kind of exactly what we predicted for this roster. A solid team, going to struggle a bit in some of the respawns, but going to be good at search and destroy. 0-4 had a hell of a game 5 to get them that W, got behind enemy lines versus the Heretics and made some massive plays. What they wanted to away from was Hook. They wanted to get away from the chaotic play style that he can sometimes have, making mistakes and putting you in tough spots. So now Hook has a big opportunity to show you, like, hey, this is Omni movement. I don't know if you guys took that into consideration. And he's good teammates by his side. So Surge have a tall task today, but we know how good they can be in S&D. And we've already seen Optic versus Boston. If you start to make some bad plays or play alone and search and destroy in this game, you will get punished. Should be exciting.
Optic versus Vancouver being the 4.
Yeah, that's why I think the roster is good, but it's not going to work. Hook played in the island too much, especially in search, and it's going to wreck them. I think they lose this Switch series.
And the hot takes were flowing. I want to start today with some hot takes from the community involving tier list. And we've seen some great ones. We've seen some rough ones. I want to start with this one. How do you guys feel about your teams? The Call of Duty League sent out the CTA, the call to action. Here's the responses, Alley Cat.
Oh man, I'm kind of worried about this because I came into work today and they were like, here comes some hot takes in our segment, and so I was very nervous. And this opening one, rightfully so. I have many questions. First of all, I want to know why Boston Breach is so low after beating up against Optic Texas. I mean, that was one of our opening matches, so I can't say I'm the biggest fan of this tier list.
AMAX legit. What are you doing here?
Yeah, honestly, I see where they're going with it. I personally, and this is probably a hot take in of itself, I would move Atlanta FaZe down 1. Did not have a great week. I get they battled back, but nevertheless, they'll probably end up there. And then we look at the bottom of this list, like, yeah, we have LAG all the way down there. Do we expect them to stay D right alongside Falcons? I don't know for how long. So interesting takes, but hey, man, I like where he's going.
I got eyes on that B tier. And Minnesota is currently there. They finished week 1 2-0. It took 2 Game 5 round 11s, though. So if you've been looking for a panic-making team, a team that's going to keep you on the edge of your seat, look no further than the Rocker.
I don't think you any better. They keep us on the edge of our seat because we have no idea how they're able to pull out some of these wins. Sometimes they're getting outslayed, they're getting out-rotated. It doesn't matter. Somebody goes on a spree, and then it's like it wakes everybody else for Minnesota Rockers. So you can count them out. On the flip side, there is a lot of question marks about this team not making a change, though. Question marks on Estriel. He's had a really slow start, and he is their X factor at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I think Estriel, they left a lot out there. I think he will get better, right? They start off 2-0. The search and destroy looks fantastic. Paul X has been unbelievable. So we're just kind of waiting for Estriel to get to that late season form that he had last year, and they can be upsetting top teams. They're 2-0 right now, still left a lot out on the floor, though.
Take Minnesota Rocker a top 5 team. Well, if you're looking at the standings, statistically, that's true. Nameless, true or false. Minnesota will be in your top 5 at the end of stage 1.
False. I think Optic will move up. I think Surge have a big opportunity as well. I like that team.
We've got our second tier list ready to go, Alley Cat. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Caesars always in my feed. Here it is in the show.
All right.
What do we think of LAG down there in the D tier?
Yeah, I mean, I think I get it. I wouldn't have them below Falcons. I thought Falcons definitely had a worse performance. They're going to have to catch up a little bit. I see them punishing C9, putting them all the way down there. We have to see something. So, hey, by all means.
So, I am watching Emaru on Twitch right now, so I'm just letting you know.
A team that played so well last week. I have them currently in my top 5 teams. I like them in B.
Let's talk about that Blues squad. Carol.
She's a college player, though. That's why the kill is good.
Season looking like a team with new life, and they have been slaying their way to success. Not the toughest opening week of schedule, but they finished 2-0, Alley Cat.
They did finish 2-0, and honestly, you can talk about that first game. Falcons have shown us some promise in that opening week, and then moving forward against LAG mates, that's supposed to be a star-studded roster. So for Carolina Royal Ravens, 100% looking like an underdog right now. Slasher is come out swinging. I don't think I've seen him have this strong of a start in a while. Same thing with TJ. I don't think I've seen TJ be this comfortable on the title this early in the season. Usually it takes them a little bit of time on Carolina Royal Ravens to start upsetting teams, but they've done it in week number 1. So very high hopes for this underdog squad.
Yeah, they're my number 1 dark horse, Allie, Chris. I like this roster.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 4-0 in Hardpoint. The Slasher's been absolutely going crazy in the HPs. TJ Halley makes some huge fundamental plays. So I think this team with their search prowess would be very good.
And here's Nameless and Allie's tier list. 2 teams in the S tier. Let's start there.
Really?
Why is Toronto right up there with LA Thieves?
Yeah, so this is a collaborative list we did before the broadcast. And listen, I'm the primary source of putting Toronto up there. And a lot of people are going to be skeptical of
I don't know how I
that.
felt
But
about it.
listen, they had a 2-0 week. Okay, they
Right.
showed that they're good on all levels and all modes, and they beat Atlanta 3-1. LA Thieves went all the way to a game 5 to take down Atlanta. So I think Toronto deserves to be an S tier as it currently stands.
Oh, here's my
I'm
team
iffy
for,
on that. I think they still have more to prove with me, but I don't necessarily disagree with it. And either it's kind of something that just needs to happen. I do wish Miami was a little bit higher, but I understand that their week 1 matchups weren't that
This
difficult.
one,
Make sure you're following COD League to catch
picked
up
up
on the
kicks.
next round of hot takes. We'll be asking your opinions throughout the
My
year.
team is
Crazy
officially
start. Opinions are flowing in the
Campino,
chat, and we
I've
haven't
written
even
something
started the
like
games
this.
yet today. We got Nameless,
wild out
Alley,
there.
Cat ready to break down some of the games. And Alley, what are you
Might pick
excited
up
about as we're
Slasher.
kicking off week 2?
I'm excited for the Battle of LA simply because the Purple Squad usually always has the edge,
on
but
one
with
of
this upcoming roster, I
on
don't
that.
know.
Let's start with LA Thieves, the super team. Scrap versus Sky, success versus blunders in week 1. LA Thieves looking like the scariest team in Respawn and definitely the most dangerous team when it comes to hard points.
Yeah, I mean, this team is ridiculous. And the scariest part about this roster is they're a brand new team. They don't really even know how to play with each other that well yet. In a couple months, they're going to be even better than they are right now, seemingly having a head start. And when you look at this roster, you're like, okay, Scrap, Hydra, unbelievable Slayers. The most damage on the team was Ghosty in the series versus Atlanta FaZe. So, like, anybody can get it done at any moment. And you round that out with Envoy, the cerebral talent that he is. This team is ridiculous. They're going to be hard to take down. And going up against LAG, who are 0-2, they're looking at them like fresh meat.
The real showdown in this matchup isn't the ARs, though. It's got to be the men on the front lines, the SMGs, as we have an classic brewing here.
Oh, here we
the
go, dude.
Frenchman Hydra takes on the other Frenchman, Linz, who follows in his footsteps, Alec.
It's just so crazy because storylines just kind of keep getting built here. So for Linz now in this matchup on the side of LAG, he was kind of acted like the replacement of Hydra from the Core 3, from the World Championship of Priest, Disguise, and Kismet. They take another Frenchman SMG that is really aggressive and can be really consistent, and they slot him into that spot. So for Linz, this could be a little bit of proving ground to kind of see where he stands as far as being a top SMG. But also, he's going to want to beat Hydra, right? Like, he doesn't want to be tailing behind. So this is a huge opportunity. I hope it goes game 5.
Yeah, you probably have the best week. You're talking about individual players on the side of LAG. You know, for them, they just got to figure out Black Ops 6 a little bit. But this series is awesome. I mean, you're talking about their organization, Gentlemates, being owned by Gataga, the original French phenom who brought the France fandom into Call of Duty esports. And now you have the 2 guys, Hydra versus Linz. Linz trying to leave his mark in place of where Hydra used to be. All the storylines are there. The French fans are going to be going berserk for this game.
You lost in a Game 5, Round 11 to Minnesota on opening day, but this...
And one thing that I have to say, Gentlemates tweeted, oh, let's see. Lost. LEG's winning 9-3, by the way. No, this is crazy.
Fin de la saison, en fait, je reçois un message de Gotha. Et en une semaine, je pense que j'ai eu 4 propos en une semaine, de 4 équipes différentes. Mais une fois que j'ai reçu le message de Gotha, je savais où j'allais aller.
Il y va, deviens, allez, let's go.
The first 2 games were tough, but this week the real challenge begins.
Wait, this rig is good.
Voudra
Show some love to your league MVP and the best player in the world. All hail Hydra!
chaque règne a une fin.
He just said he's gonna take down Hydra. He said, "Oh, Hydra," and I've replied. I replied to it. I said, "You gonna reply?" No, it's crazy. don't know why it's CGI. Like, it's winning. This guy's winning. Oh, this is kind of fire. That's kind of fire.
A showdown between two French superstars. Linz, the youngest, trying to fill the seat of Hydra, who won a world championship alongside Kismet, Skies, and Priesta just 2 years ago.
Yeah, their matches have not been great recently. Something has happened to their respawn, and it makes no sense to me, considering the fundamentals and the IQ of the core three, at least of this roster. They lost to Carolina Royal Ravens 250 to 161 in Vault. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Pretty crazy stuff. Name was how long before Kismet starts to gel with Linz on the front line? That's got to be the key that I'm looking at today.
Yeah, to me, that's the biggest thing, those two guys. I think even a lot of the search and destroys, like we saw them kind of on different paces. I think really it could click today. I mean, they've had some time. We know how much work they put in on the back end, like going over search strats and getting prepared for these games. So I'm looking at them today to have a big turnaround.
On the other side of this matchup, you are playing against the team that really invested in the offseason.
Yeah.
Not only do they bring
feel bad for
into
the-
the
no
New York
intro.
Subliners, now Cloud9, they also steal Scrap from Toronto Ultra. Envoy makes his return with Scrap in the LA Thieves jersey.
I don't know why they
And
did this
Ghosty,
before they-
he's been playing cool, calm, and collected. 4 minutes of hill time in his most recent match.
Yeah, and I think you just look right at Ghosty, and that's the personality of this roster. Every time we go to the comms, they're just screaming like, I don't care, I'll run them. They're going at them. Everybody's challenging, and that could also...
I mean, Scrap called FaZe bums in the first map last week. When they played FaZe, they called these guys are bums. I was out there.
ARs for LAG hang with the ARs from LA Thieves.
Absolutely. It's just a matter of when are they going to wake up, because on the side of Priesta and Skies, we know what they're capable of. We've seen it for the...
She just said the LAGs, SMGs can hang with the LAT ARs. That's not true.
Apps and Modes brought to you by Scuff, and of course, Nameless, I want to know, where will Hydra be flanking the most annoyingly on?
It's going to be Rewind in terms of the respawn and hardpoint. There's a lot of good places to flank through DVD and make plays with an SMG. We've already seen it. And then on Red Card, I think 04 gave us a display on how you can play that with a sub. But can I say something? Are we going to see a protocol?
No.
I don't want to be into the Vault Control Simulator once again. I'm telling you, man.
I mean, it's
Good
already...
pick Team B,
they already-
so they got these team
there.
maps.
We were 12 for 12 on Vault being game 3 in week 1. Do you think we're 12 for 12 in week 2?
That would be ridiculous.
Probably.
That's a first. That'd be unacceptable.
We'll get our pick'ems in on that a little bit later, but right now, let's make it official for match 1 on the day. Alley Cat, I let you catch up. Now I will go first by claiming LA Thieves will win.
I will go second and echo that. LA Thieves will also win. I agree, Chris.
Nameless the Oracle. After starting 1-3 on opening day, you have been flawless.
Yep.
Break it down
Damn,
for us.
he's
What
won 8
happens
straight.
here in week 2?
I think we go to a game 4. I think LA Thieves dropped that search and destroy, but they close it out.
I said the same thing. I think they dropped
And
the
the
search.
fans?
I think they dropped the search.
They're going LA Thieves.
But
last time we all
that might
picked the
not.
same thing. We were wrong.
Bad things happen when
Miles
we
and
do this.
Chance, does it
I don't know
happen
what you're talking
again?
about.
Does LAG still win the Battle of LA?
Probably.
No. We'll find out though, folks. I'm being a little biased there, but let's face it, the super team does super things in week 1. Now in week 2, we'll find out
And
if
you're watching these
that
shots.
LAG magic is still there. It could be the case. Chance. I'm not going to say it outright. I did at the start, but I'm not going to say it outright again. Anything can happen. Good luck. Bonne chance, mon amis. We're all going to need it. Either way, though, a very important series to measure our two teams against each other.
And it will certainly turn me into a believer in the supernatural
There he
elements, into curses and things of that region. But this is one of the matchups that I think I'm most excited to see across this year, because it is going to bring the best out
French
of both
phenoms.
of these squads. Hydra, obviously, not wanting to lose to his 3 former teammates. And then, of course, well, Kismet, Skies, and Priesta gonna want to hunt that man down. And, of course, Linz, French phenom, wants to sort of take that throne. He was talking about the end of the reign of the current
man.
French phenom. So, you know, they're going to be getting active. And, you know, all time, LAG have absolutely had their number. And I got to say as well,
How far behind was
over
my
the course
stream?
of CDL history, it has been more often than not, LA Thieves have had the stronger roster compared to LAG. And yet Gorillas have just consistently been able to take them down. So there has been a curse-like element to it. If we see it today, then again, I'm officially a believer.
Well, we'll find out, mate. believing or not, it's game time, folks. Over to Rewind we go for map number 1. We will, of course, be seeing a Vault. Sorry, nameless. We'll see if later on today we can get a protocol for control. But for now, strap in, boys and girls, at hardpoint. One team who has set the pace in hardpoint, and the other, we're going to see what they can bring to the table. Let's do this, folks. Let's have some fun. Let's play some Rewind.
And I tell you, this is the one map where technically there's a weakness for LA Thieves. They did hold an L to Atlanta FaZe, but they took FaZe being at their absolute someday best to sort of squeak out victories. So I'm a little bit fearful for the Gorillas, mate, in this moment. But again, they're just going to be forced to be even better. And I watched Scrap just pre-fire the living hell out of Lins. And that's a kill feed.
That's a superb kill feed. A very superb kill feed. And everyone now spawning out for LAG, mates. Now back into the inside of the hard point. Lin starts things off wonderfully. Look at this angle. Didn't even get up there. That's 2 for Lins. That's going to be 3 for Lins in a moment. His boys are inside now. You've got a chance to break it alone. We've stayed on his POV the whole way, and his team's down again. Thieves hold on for the second hit.
And, ooh, well, maybe some interesting spawns actually showing up on the map. Lins is going to spawn out. His teammates do have the rotation, and Scrap's going to be working the flank. So Sky's right now trying to be that cutoff man. But again, it's really just the missing piece. Scrap on the back line.
Holy fuck.
See it in the kill feed.
Dude, are we getting another 100 point?
Every single important gunfight at the exact same time, and Gorillas, mate, do not have a point.
Not yet. There's a chance for that to change. But it's all looking red so far. Here we go. Into the hard point. Gorillas, mate, on the board. Better late than never. And now you've got a counter-attack opportunity for the Thieves. Let's see how the Gorillas, mate, managed to hold on here. This is going to be the test of the setup. Will they be broken immediately? That's what the Thieves are expecting here on the approach. Into the point. Quick contest. Over to Priest. Trades are in there, and Scrap finds a disgusting 2, and that is exactly what you wanted. The instant break.
And you got an 0-4 start for Kismet, and 0-5 now. Him and Priesta 0-10 combined. Hydra started off 7-0, and Hydra, I think, frankly, just gave up the timing because Gorillas, mate, were a little too slow for him.
Just shut the fuck up, Priesta.
So this is
let's go, do Vine shots.
I gotta say, from what we saw week 1 for Gorillas, mate, they had a couple holes in their setups in the hard point. That has not been fixed at all.
Homelander's got his son. It's diabolical.
Oh my god, Park was on 5.
New hard points
Park
up.
was 12 and 2.
Spree continues. 5 now for him. 12 in total. He set the kill record for himself in this map at 41 actual kills. Let's see if he can do it again here.
The game's not gonna last long enough, Miles.
No, it's not gonna happen. Well, for now, Gorilla, mate, fighting in. Staying on board with Lins, who's had a fun time so far. Pistol, into the point. Scrap there now finding the time. Ghosty in the feed. Perfect awareness there from the Thieves. They cut down the play. They wipe out the mates.
Yeah, 2 and 16 combined for Priest and Kismet. I'll just keep you updated on that because right now they are dealing with a spawn trap. Hydra, I mean, doing his job, roaming the middle of the map while his teammates lock down spawns, and he gets gone. Lins has shown up so far. He's got 9 kills to his name, and, well, now Gorillas, mate, attempting to push out the spawns. Envoy wisely backing down, picking up a corner, but him and Hydra have important work. They're going to be by themselves, and by the looks of it, Gorillas, mate, have broken down the spawn control and an opportunity to get set up on this money hill, and Hydra gets caught as well.
Perfect work. Nice job there from the Los Angeles Gorillas mates. Got to find a better name. Into the hardpoint Priester. Looking Envoy, sniff him out. He manages to make his way through the side alley, so that's going to be a hit in a moment towards the backline. Anyone reads it? Yeah, they do. 1 down either side. On the approach. B-Dog finds his from the inside of the feed. 3 down. Good work.
There you go, LG.
Signs of life. CPR has been performed, and we officially do have a heartbeat. 60-point gap in this game, and again, P4, absolute money hill, and Scrap might take down Lins, but it's still a bit of a walk right now for Thieves to get near the time, and they try to play with Priesta. Instead, they get 2-pieced, and now he gets to be that super soaker inside of the hill.
It's not 100 point club.
This has effectively been a perfect full 60. So Gorillas, mate, horrific start they just had, and you had Priest and Kismet 2 and 16 combined, starting to light up the kill feed just a little bit more.
This is great work. They've got a good look towards the new hard point as well. It's all down to Hydra. 2-man hit towards it. And Hydra managed to take care of 1. Omni moves his way out of that trouble and into another fight. Here we go. Envoy there in the feed as well. Hydra, where you least expect him. Finding kills up front. Straight into the point. Here come the boys. 15 and 7.
Yeah, and I just think LA Thieves might be a little bit too quick in this game so far, or Hydra's just sort of coasting through, chasing Ghost, because, I mean, he's just prepared for the Gorillas mates to be a little bit further on the map that they are, but Gorillas mates with the speed and the timing, a clean 4-man wipe, and they got the good spawns going for him as well. Envoy, though, trying to pierce this up. He's leading the charge.
Pierced. Re-pierced. It's Ghosty now trying to hold back these players. No one going to be there for it. Nice work again at Priester. He finds a couple of big ones. Brought down there by Scrap. Nice work on the approach. Hardpoint pinch taken care of. One front done. The other front, Envoy with a beatdown on a Kiz.
I'm gonna be honest, at this point, I'm trying to just think back. If they just didn't leave the hole open on P2, like they made the break, let Scrap walk through the back. Outside of that mistake, this could have been a near tied up game, and granted, still close, 30-point gap. Gorillas made left side spawns for the moment. These are the important kills for them to try to set the tone, but you talk about the important kills, you're looking at the kill feed. Thieves, for the moment, they're collecting.
And it's Scrap doing a lot of that. 16-10, he stepped right up to the plate. Moment of confusion. Where is everyone at? There's a lot of stuns being thrown around, a lot of noise being created as P1 still sitting in the hands of the Thieves. Envoy in the feed as well. Scrap alongside him. And now Sky's in trouble. All down for the mates. Back to respawn on the counter.
2-2 split though, so two players do have good spawns. Priest and Linz only going to be dealing with Scrap for the moment, and he does get caught. So if you're trying to get back in this game, Gorillas Mate have shown they can hold on to hills for full 60s. P2, well, they're simply going to need it in this moment. And that is a cop card that is impossible to kill players off of. Gorillas Mate in a good spot.
Scrap, come on.
Down by 60.
Down by 60. Well, we'll see how things go. We're going to do our first of two listenings here in this series. Over to the LA Gorilla Mates.
And 2 orange, 1 graffiti, one time. Yo, everyone need graffiti on orange.
One's RV, one's in front of us. Laundry dead. Nice. I'm looking at your gen. Keep burning. One shot dead.
Nothing below. I have your D-bait. I have your D-bait. I have your D-bait.
That hasn't even do Hydra things for him.
Take your time. I'm in a good corner.
Book. I'm a book. Slow out. I have your top
Nice. One can spot court though. Behind you.
Yeah. I'm bumping out.
Backing up deep. They're not hitting me old.
Oh, no. P1 dead.
Oh my god. Thieves have not gone killing 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm in the back on me 10.
Okay, no, 2 quarters.
Dill's deep.
I have a streak, bro.
Heard you. We can put the burger then. I'm gonna wrap burger. One behind you.
I'm getting closer.
Get off.
I'm not a streak. Stay up. Burger. One shot burger. Get P1 control again.
Burger not peeking.
Pretty sure with the streak. Who knew?
Time and
Burger dead.
Burger time. Mid. One's mid.
What's the burger? Burger, middle, one shot deal, Paco, absolute mid. Nice, dude, good shit. Get the time.
Crossing, get the push, stay up. Tell me square, weak square. Go one shot. Go one shot. I'm getting me pass out, we're good. Meet.
One shot then, absolute no. Pushing a burger. One's a burger.
Come on.
Yeah, we can't.
I'm gonna, when do you?
I'm gonna
go from mid. You guys go double deep, I'm gonna go mid.
Go see on old week.
See him. 118.
Oh, look at Envoy and Scrap.
Burger, shut up.
Guinea pig.
Check
One
out
mid, glass. Nothing got.
Yo, we just push it.
I'm going through.
Go.
One deep right. Hold on the back, on the back. I'm being front office.
In office.
Fiery comms, Chance, and plenty of passion there from the Gorillas, mate. I'm loving what I'm hearing. And in the same with the
Oh my god,
scoreline.
they do.
They're getting close. I mean, a 30-point game right now. Maybe make it 40.
These
But
go
they got the
3
break
dead,
on
4 dead.
P4 again, and they win the gunfight in the back. I mean, that's every clutch kill exactly when you need it. And this is the hill they got the full 60 on. They do it here. They take the lead.
But hold on, though, for that lead. Right-hand side of the minimap. Into the point. Hydra down and out. Skies finds that. Over to Scrap, trying to make his entry to Beepers. And everyone just in an awkward spot right now. Beautiful shots from Scrap. Takes out Kiz instantly. Trade's done. Over to the point. On the inside, you've got Hydra. You're over 200 points. And now you've got a couple of kills in the feed. A big wipe and 15 seconds of Scrap.
So close yet so far. You wanted the full 60, didn't quite get it, and you're still fighting from behind. But they got the setup around you. Gorillas Mate, everybody in position, and that's the first domino to fall. LA Thieves a little bit scattered. They're working on the flanks, and Scrap doing his best as a distraction. He's opened up that left side.
Such an annoying fight to take. Jens is ready.
Especially against the fucking...
A little quiet about him so far, but here we go.
No, he's there. What the fuck?
Gets one. A lot of damage there into the second as Hydra now on the point, trying to contest. Priest and Skies, immediate reinforce. The battle now raging away, and the Gorillas mates find a couple of big kills.
How about those jackals inside the point? Caesar Skies, Bueno pulling it out to get the job done. We might have ourselves a tied-up game. Gorillas Mate came to play.
Still rocking. 23 and 19 out of Hydra. Slow him down. Big kills all over the board as Kismet's 5th, now in a row, sees the lead change to the Gorillas, mate.
Putting the pressure on. Rewind might be the place where Thieves continue to falter. The kill feed for the moment, though. 2-2 split on either side, and Thieves set up with the trophies around New. Gonna be difficult to break down, but I'm looking at Gorillas, mate. They're putting pressure all over the map. Thieves players caught in a crossfire, and they are gunned down. Gorillas, mate, can take map 1 here.
This could be game. Thieves, 2-2 split now on the attack towards the hard point. Nobody home for now. Lovely work from Ghosty and Scrap. Envoy now forward. And what do you know, the Thieves, they're in chance.
Who's got the better ice, man? Thieves clutch up in that moment. Left side spawn for Gorillas, mate, but frankly,
come on,
we are
Dan.
not going to get there. This is a P1 battle, and that is Thieves gunned down again along the way. Desperation hour now for LA Thieves.
Big 3 in a row from Linz. Envoy now in. Are we getting another break on the point? Yeah, we are. My goodness, it's another. It could be game. You have to get in there, Priester. A moment now to save it for his boys and force the next point. Can he get one? Yes, he can. Can he contest? No, not yet. Still holding on. Have to get a player inside. It's not going to happen. The Thieves have done it. Or have they? Number 6. It might not be over yet. There's the final kills.
Hard attack, Thieves.
We're doing good.
On their chinny chin chins, the LA Thieves.
Ooh, shit, I'm faded. All right, sorry if you guys watched that back. I didn't realize what was going on. That's why I'm not playing anymore. Good job. I'm proud of you.
Gorillas, mate, came to play.
I mean, they can bleed, but at the same time, it is, of course, the quote, all that for a drop of blood. That's an insane game. If they just did not have such a slow start, Gorillas, mate, could have taken him down. And it's the little things, man. That first P2 that they had, they did the hard part. They broke the hill. They got the kills, cleared out Scrap out the back. But then off respawn, they just left a massive hole open.
I don't think
Scrap just walked straight through in between 3 players and just completely caught off guard.
2 minutes in time ago.
I mean, I say tiny mistakes. They're big mistakes, but like these small little
he
things
is objective
happening
player
on the mini
for
map for
sure.
Gorillas, mate, and you let them happen against a big team, you're gonna get punished. But I mean, the fact that Priest and Kismet just started off a combined 2-16, and that's a 9-point game, that might haunt this squad for some time.
Scrap fucking fight. 3,500
Big
damage.
work and an exciting rewind hardpoint, folks. Highlights. A lot from both teams, man. We saw some pieces, but again, it's the openers from the Thieves. I mean, is it a slow start chance from the Gorillas, mate, or is it an incredible opener from the LA Thieves? We've seen him both, you know, in different situations. I feel like the Gorillas, yeah, it was a slow start, but Thieves, they're always good, man. Their hardpoint has been so brilliant in the opening week of Black Ops 6. It was good in the preseason tournaments. They're setting the pace, they're setting the tone for the way the game looks so far. And, you know, I'm just sort of excited to see Gorillas may even be able to hang at this point.
I just think for me, it's even the fact that like the opening breaks for LA Thieves are just completely flawless. Like we literally just watched Scrap pre-fire Linz before he comes around the corner. Like Thieves are dialed in. They know the timings. They know the setups. They know where Gorillas mate are going to be coming from. And they're just slightly ahead of the game in that regard. And it just feels so overwhelming.
What I don't like about the
Gorillas mate,
right
that's
there,
the type of hard point where you are
all
just
the Thieves push
pure
at one
passion,
point.
showing your like quite literally
one angle,
world
just
champion
almost killed it.
resolve to just work on that kind of deficit, and for all that fight just to lose
Dill,
it in the
you know,
end
Dill
is
got 3 at the end
completely
of that.
deflating.
Oh my
So
God. Thanks, Dill.
that is a brutal map 1 loss, and of course for Thieves, they just get to laugh that off and go, all right, cool, it's whatever, man. Move on to map 2. We will take that dub because I'm sure they don't feel like they deserve it at all.
What? Do they deserve it? Yeah, of course they do. They managed to walk away with a win there, but this is a nice back and forth. Oh, the old rivals. There's something about the red and purple when they go head to head. It always looks a little spicy. Beautiful, beautiful hard point to start things off. Hard point, done. Over to search and destroy, now we go. Where are we dressing this way, Chance? Well, how are we feeling about this in the skyline?
Well, in my mind, the route to beating LA Thieves would have been in the 2-3-5 because of how good they've been looking in hardpoint. Rewind, a bit of a question mark still for this squad, but if they're still taking that one down, I mean, you just have to give them the edge purely based on the respawns low, and I mean, the skyline hardpoint as well. LA Thieves is just not the team I want to have to go against on that map. It is hyperactive. It is very mixy, so you got to take care of it in the S&Ds, but not exactly a game mode where Gorillas mate have been a shining light. Certainly the potential is there. They've shown in the map 1 these guys are ready to play and trying to get active against this Thieves squad. But again, deflating map number 1, that is a difficult L to hold.
I don't know. I still feel like that was a strong enough game, and yeah, the L's there, but you definitely went down swinging, and I think it's a good thing there for the Gorillas, mate. We'll see if they can keep them going into the Surge. Again, Skyline, still a very pacey map. First major showing I think we had on this map were, of course, the Thieves taking on FaZe last weekend. Really, really aggressive game. Very, very high-paced. A lot of wipes, a lot of, you know, headbutts in towards the A-bomb site in the kitchen side. Expect to see very similar looks from them. I wonder if the Gorillas, mate, will be bringing that same kind of aggression. Are they going to be rolling as a pack together? I would expect that out of players like Kismet,
I think they go
Lins, Priest, and Skies. We'll see if they can keep that pace up and get right into the mix, because you're going to need it against the Thieves.
And I really want to see like 99 Kids getting active in SMD as well, to be that playmaker to try and break him down. As you mentioned, it's not like it's a massive amount, but a little bit of VOD you could sort of go through, pick apart. I know Gorillas, mate, are a team that is absolutely going to do their homework, so they're going to have a game plan for this map. And if you're thinking SMD as well, you know what you can do, right? Guys like Scrap, they're gonna be challenged. Where they are in the map, they will make their presence known. You can either avoid it, or maybe go for double chows, square up with them, or maybe look for the first bloods against Hydra. There's the square up we're looking for. And there's Lins trapped in a corner. Skies helps his boy get out of the mix, and 99 Kids working.
Oh, and there's Bill.
A little bit of time to work it. Envoy's making the reads here towards the back as well. Bomb down at A. An electrifying start to the round, as is tradition. 30 seconds on the clock.
Oh, Lins, don't even try, dude.
Two-piece out, Ghosty. Eyes on the next one. Is Lins
Don't
going
even
for
try,
prey?
Lins.
Yes, Thieves. Strike first.
And you just gave those guys way too much time to think, is what that looked like to me on the mini-map. Kiz was in position, but he waits for his teammate to, you know, get in the mix before he makes the play. And I think if they jump on it, they might have timing, at least trade Ghosty out if he was making that read. But we were watching Envoy just sit there and calculate it. He's roaming through the top always.
Look
He's
at
going for the
Dilbo.
re-pinch as well.
Oh my
so
God.
I think Gorillas made a little bit too slow.
Let me
Skyline is a
guess.
map.
Paco
that
died
you play
first.
at a lightning pace.
It's the same with the comms right now for the Thieves. That
Oh, no.
pre-match chatter there was roaring. The fast game plan here. 2-2 towards A.
They do the same thing. They send someone up those
Leans in on
stairs
the
on
bomb
B,
site. Able to get the plant.
and
Then we
someone
see a
watching over there.
counterattack
So if
hit.
someone watching, yeah, it's pick.
Now it's going to go down. So now post-bomb position 4v4. All guns are up. Not a lot of lethals left to throw at this one, but Ghosty gets it done with a bang.
Traded out though, and Kismet again gonna be working the flank, so there's the moment to strike. You get the timing right, and a 2v3 now for the Thieves players. Scrap and Hydra trying to do something difficult, but
AI
Scrap
versus-
kicks it off.
Guys, the kids. Oh.
2v2.
Oh,
The clatter of glass.
bang.
It's going to Doom! Wow! For Kiz, Skies drops as well. What a two-piece from Hydra.
And you're just giving them too much time. I mean, Hydra just go into the corners of the map to go for these re-pinches, and again, LA Thieves not fearful of making plays, and that is a 2v3 clutched incredibly quickly. There's a second look. Kismet, yeah, shot in the back, and Skies, doesn't matter how good your reaction time is, you're not winning that gunfight.
Nah, it's not happening. Hydra, right place, right time. It doesn't help that, again, Kiz, we heard a bit of a glass crack there. Tiny little things like that certainly make the difference at the pro level. Everyone's headsets cranked. No one's banging comms out, flooding them. Speaking of flooding, though, straight A.
Okay, Dan.
And
Okay,
it's a
Thieves
big one
is
from Priest
full
and
and
Lins.
checked
Lovely
out, too.
openers. Couple of kills give you the advantage for now. 2v3.
Deja vu all over again. Same players in a very different situation. No bomb plants. And now this is the only time where you want Skyline to slow down just a little bit, except Thieves think differently. The bomb site is open.
Everyone's
They
got
plan
get
it straight
out.
away.
Get out.
Are they going to leave the bomb site? Try to get a rat? No, we're going to take the fight head on. Scrap gets a huge amount of damage. Going to send Hydra on the flank, possibly. Watching out for this attack.
Scrap is staying alive. That's all Scrap's
Pretty good one
doing.
on the site for now. Kismet picks up the rear, finds his. Over to Hydra, last man. Opportunity to make something massive happen. Number one, here we go. Will he check the bomb? Hydra, not enough. As that's going to be the defuse.
Scrap's
Hops
still
off it for a
rotated. I
second.
think
The
Scrap's still
Gorillas
rotated
mate.
there.
Make it 2v1.
Able to stay icy in that moment as well. I'm thinking for a moment, Scrap just back 3 players down by himself. He bought Hydra maybe an
This is
extra
basically
10
who is
seconds,
the
but
best
eventually
player.
Lins pounces, able to take care of Scrap. And then, of course, in a 1v3, I mean, Gorillas mate would have to throw it away, but making the right call, going from hop to bomb, slide out, go for the chow. Don't let any finesse happen. Gorillas mate do get on the board. I'll be back on the attack.
The finesse around that place as well, that sort of center of the map, the edge of the pool, entrance to the kitchen, a lot of dancing around there, even the little entryway to the closet, to the dressing room. There's so many places for you to slide, and at that distance, it's perfectly designed for Omni movement.
Oh my god.
You're able to cause a lot of ruckus around the
Dude,
side
we
of the
got
map.
Envoy
Kismet through Jim,
on the route.
and he's going to plant it. He's going to sit on his phone in here instead of getting any sort of heavy lifting done, but heavy lifting in a moment. Could be done by Scrap there. Great job watching the pinch. Whoa, doesn't let it happen. Hydra immediately first bloods it. Trying to find the retake now, a man up.
Oh, Scrap, come on.
Awkward bit of team kill.
You'll take that. 2v3. Priest and Skies. Bomb is down. Time is a little bit low, but Thieves trying to swarm. Hydra getting active, going on the pinch. Skies has tucked himself in a corner, and it just does not matter. Swarming around, checking every single corner, every single hiding hole. There is no escaping your fate. LA Thieves, that's their third round.
Oh, it's an amazing third round. Sweet.
Oh, good.
Retake scenarios there from the Thieves.
It's fine.
Yeah, you're right. It's how very, very aware they are of checking every possible corner as a team. Ghosty's there on the bomb the whole time, sort of like insurance policy, making sure that if someone does hit, his boys are roaming the map. Prowl in the halls, making sure no one's there. Good stuff out the Thieves.
And it just sort of feels like you can't play like
they go up high, if they go up like 4-1, 5-1, I expect them to move the few
sort of play around how they're going to play against you. But the problem is because they're just willing to do things like hop the bomb, they force the issue just like they're forced in the fight by Piano. Skies wins his one and does not get traded out. A big moment, just staying up in a 3v3.
Yeah, Hydra goes for a little bit extra there with a slide. It goes down.
Come on, Dan. Come on, Scrap.
Connect. Is it enough, though? The retake's a little slower here from the Gorillas, mate.
Card timing right here. Come on.
Opening Prattler gunfire. Ulonvo will be the first man to get his kill. No one else is showing anything here from the Thieves.
Yeah, Priesta is a distraction. He's shooting through walls just to bait that attention. So Envoy, all eyes forward. But I mean, it's a triangle setup. Everybody's got their angle covered. Ghosty has to get traded. Kismet pierces the setup in between the two, but you are running out of time.
Running out of time indeed. The Jackal up close and personal now to Envoy. Can he save the day? He's managed to sneak on through the time.
Come on, Dill.
Envoy might have done it. Can you get the kill fast enough? He's dancing. And this is exactly what Envoy does. 2 seconds to spare there. As Skies may win the battle, but the war won there by the Thieves. 4-1.
And they just laugh it off. There's just not enough time. I mean, the difference in pace right now, even in Search and Destroy, the Thieves are playing at is a big difference maker. I mean, you had Gorillas, mate, with the perfect play, getting Kismet in position, getting the man advantage, but then someone just forced to have the bomb because he only got 14 seconds left on the round, and Dylan Envoy making the perfect play every single time, and him and Scrap just get to laugh it off.
A bit of a chuckle, a bit of a rehydrate in between rounds. 4-1 here on the Search and Destroy. Not what you want here for the Gorillas, mate.
Oh, and Kid's using it.
Opportunity to bounce back. That's right, Kiz there. Down low, reads the Envoy play this round. A lovely advantage to start things off as Lins gets the plant. Here we go.
And talk about a round you desperately need. And Priesta might just seal the deal. Yeah, 2 versus 4, Scrap and Hydra, a clutch spot again, but this one much more difficult than the last. And Gorillas, mate, perfectly played. Everybody winning their ones. Scrap will simply just be the last player to fall.
Will try to do what he can. He wins his first fight, and the rest done, cleaned up. Gorillas, mate. Great bounce back round.
And again, Envoy just having a little bit too much fun in those underground routes. He's tried it before, and they sort of like let him out the bookcase, but they're always watching it. Last time they were checking it from the depths of spawn, so Envoy maybe thinking he's more comfortable, thinks he has a little bit more space he can take, but not this time. Kismet mixing things up, and you'll take the freebies when you get them. Still, though, down 4-2, bit of a deficit, and Scrap continues to be a motor mouth in the comms. He was making it known that he's an S&D kid at heart. That is where he started, trying to show off the Search and Destroy goods.
The only reason people said that he was bad was because
Hydra download this time. Wait, 2-man in the vent.
Was because
Kiz only gets
he
one.
ended last
That could have
season
been
really
real
bad. Not
ugly.
really bad in search. He just didn't have a great search.
You can have a player now force their
at
way
the end of last
downstairs and
season.
try to commit to that. It's Lins. He's been pulled in, and Envoy has hurt him. Big win. Whoa.
On HP in a dream, you'll take that. 3 versus 2, and plenty of time this go around.
Yeah, this is a
come
good
on,
look at
Dan.
Skies on that win. All down to scrap. This could be back-to-back rounds for the Gorillas, mate. Can
Did he
they
get the timing
him
on
off
that? No
bomb?
shot.
Oh my god, I love this out of Priest. Just jump straight on it. There you go. Worth a shot. There we have another round in a row for Gorillas, mate. Chance to Priest to play. Why not, man? Scrap could be on the other side of the map. This could be a free defuse. My boys might run into him. I don't hate it. It's a lot of fun here. The guys have got lives to throw.
Yeah, I might as well force the issue in that situation. You know, he gets caught. Just sort of that identifier. He's going to have to pop up on the mini map. So it's going to be a fun time as well. Couple rounds in a row, things starting to fade, and it's really just been dominance of the sort of underground play that has been the beneficiary. So if I'm LA Thieves, probably just going to avoid it altogether. And of course, if that's the expectation, maybe Gorillas may want to get aggressive down low, but nope. Old Faithful back towards this A site. Linz, bomb in hand. And this time it's up top. Envoy. I mean, he's just soared through, but they have the intel.
No.
Doesn't matter what you know. Skies gets gun like that and a stun. Oh my good god, and he connected. Kismet's had to back up. He's fallen over. Look, he's doing a ray gun over there. Nice shots out of Linz. 3v3.
He'll take that for the information gained off that first
Hydra
stun.
doing it.
Can't believe
Hydra
Envoy won that gunfight, jumping off plat though. I've seen Slasher do it. That's just the way to go. You're running into a double shot like that, but you have to get this kill. And well, by the time Linz does, if you waste a little bit of time, look at how the Thieves swarm.
Man, they really do take such good control of the map. And they hit each other well. This is Hydra from from down low to up top and right into the end of the round immediately.
And they're about to win that in the control,
but
he has it. If the last kill is Hydra killing Linz has to shoot his
LA
body.
Thieves.
Right?
Gorillas, mate, have slowed down just a step, and it's hurt.
I think as much as they slowed down, I think it's just Envoy that's been taking it to him. But bomb in hand this go around. Hydra.
It's 7-7. What do you mean?
Spots out two. RC car gonna try to hunt him down, but no dice there. At least you pump the brakes, and well, that's because Scrap also trying to be an F1 driver. So everybody's just tucked away and spawned. I think Kismet, they might not have the intel on him that he's by Hot Tub, and I take that back. Hydra is checking that. They know everything. That's bombed down. Another first blood for Kiz.
Kiz, and somehow Ghosty managing to finish the job there. Priester checks B, nobody home. Still a lot of love towards the A-bomb site. How are we going to retake this, Gorillas, mate? Skies and Priester up high, fast wrap. They're going to run into a bit of trouble here. Trouble, his name is Hydra. He gets his, this Ghosty does as well. He can't find it, and that's the map, boys and girls. The LA Thieves, 2-0.
Look at Nate. Look at Nate.
Laugh it off. And
that's two, gentlemen. That's
Shane, also known as the happiest man at 2024. Hyping up his boys, congratulating them on the map number 2, and handshakes all the way around. 2-0 lead for LA Thieves, but honestly, what could have been if Gorillas may just got off to a better start on that rewind. I mean, a P2 on a vault hardpoint last week gonna haunt them. A P2 on a rewind this week haunting them again. You gotta be at your Sunday best when you're playing against this squad. If not, you find yourself back down against the wall. The first bloods for Gorillas, mate, super solid. Got 5 out of 9. Did not make a difference. Got clutched on. Got picked apart.
Clutched on, picked apart, you name it. Scrapping the man with the damage. The S&D kid at heart there. We get the job done in 7 minutes and 50 seconds there on Skyline. That's 2-0 there in the series, folks, and that's a big turn and a major hit there for the Gorillas, mates. Got to bounce back now on that vault control. Not going to be anything to do. Desk, what do we think of the start of the series so far?
I'm just distracted by Chance's ugly Christmas sweater. I think it's beautiful, Chance. Keep rocking. All right, let's break down what we witnessed, because LA Thieves is up 2-0, but that game one very close. Nameless, can we just jump right into it? Do you have your pen ready?
I got my pen ready. Let's get into it. Listen, the holiday spirit is here on the side of LA Thieves, not on the side of the LAG. So let's talk about this one. This is the P2 that Chance and Miles were highlighting. Some big mistakes if you're LAG. Despite this being a close hard point, they could have ran away with it if they were to rotate it. So this is P2 we're rotating over here. This is Skies, number 6. And where he's seen is he has an angle where he can sort of see the cross through the car. He has a teammate here who can play for the push off the front. front, but number 5 starts to rotate over to help time. He needs to be playing in the back and playing for a kill here, right? So the theory is kind of, time is expiring on the first hill. You have a player who spawned out, which is number 8. What you can do a couple things here. He can hit the old scrap time while you guys secure the rotation so they don't run away with too many points. And then you guys can just set up in the back, make sure you kill number 1, which is this guy, because he's the guy who's going to be heavily influencing spawns. And you don't want to play too aggressive. So what you're going to see here, though, is they decide to start to chow because they're panicking for this P1 that LA Thieves is getting. And they end up getting flipped by number 1 down here, which is Scrap. He makes a huge play, gets in behind enemy lines. And this is just what you can't do right here. LA Thieves, you only got Scrap going around the back. You see 5 and 7 on your minimap. Kismet dies, which forces Skies to leave his position, who had information. He ends up challenging. He gets picked by Hydra. And then in this situation, the worst possible cases happen. Now Scrap got back here for free. Didn't even have to fight anybody. He's going to secure the spawn. And now they're swarming time with the 4 dead on rotation, where you're going to be spawning in Narnia. There's nothing you can do here. You got to come from across the map, and they go up like 60-0. So these are the blunders that you cannot make if you're LAG. These hard points would be way less stressful. A big P2.
Great stuff there. Drawing conclusions brought to you by Nameless. Allie, what else did you learn during this matchup so far?
I just learned that LAG have the capability of winning a hard point. It's just about the early game, like Ant just broke down for us. You can't go down 60-0 that early on. And for LAG, this is a world champion studded roster. Expecting them.
Let's take a look at the search and destroy after just a 9-point hard point. LA Thieves take control. They're looking good in S&D today. What's different?
Yeah, I mean, you look at like this team and you expect them to be a very good search and destroy team. Thieves, though, man, Envoy has just been too good for this roster. Making player for player. I know you're getting excited watching the Thieves in the search, Ellie.
Yeah, no, for Envoy, for me, he had 2 really big clutch plays. That 1v1 versus Skies was kind of everything. Bob down, he's in a 1v2 situation. He has to try and play the time. That could have tied up the game. Then you move on to the game-winning point. Envoy, he's pushing up front rooftop. He gets that first kill, ends up getting traded out, but just gives his team the favorable space on the map. I think Skyline is a really hard map to play search and destroy against LA Thieves, because when they do struggle in search and destroy, it's just because they'll stick to what works, and once it stops working, they struggle to adjust. But on Skyline, it is so small, so much is happening that one player could just take it and take space and take it all.
Yeah, and in comp side of things, like, you're not ranked, right? So there's only 2 trophies, so your attacks are super important on Skyline.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be hitting your stuns and nades.
A
lot of those kills go down early. You have to be pretty aggressive. And this map is going to play to the strengths of LA Thieves, who want to be in your face, who want to utilize their gun skill, right? So I don't expect them to get this map too often going forward, Chris.
I will say it is a good sign if you're an LA Thieves fan. After watching them against Carolina, where they were up 5-2 before folding in search, they closed this one out. So strong start. They're up 2-0, but we potentially have 3 more maps in this best of 5. Can we get to red card? Is there a way LAG forces a game 5?
I'm not feeling great about it because they just recently lost Vault 3-1, and it kind of went similarly to their hard points. They just couldn't keep up with the aggression.
Nameless, give me a player to watch in this game 3.
I'm going to go with Linz. I'm excited to see him in this game 3, man. They need some life. You cannot start 0-3. You have to get a dub here. Big Vault.
Hydra versus Linz. The battle continues as we send it back over to the casters. Miles, Chance, take it away.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. And Ali Cat, let's do this, folks. Let's get right back into it. Vault is going to be a tough one, though. A real tough one. Chance, I like the shout out of Linz. I also like what I've seen out of, Gentle Mates. It could be tough. It could be worse. They're doing all right. They've got to bounce back here. Otherwise, it's the end of the series.
Fair enough. And then shout out to Easy Mac for this one. Finally got the stats for Vault Control. 64% defensive win rate, which I don't know exactly what the sweet spot is. Like, I think you generically want defense to be a little bit favored so you can fight for it for the round 5. You obviously don't want like a Gavutu, Outbagger, Fortress, Invasion, like 90-10 kind of deal going on. But 65, like 35, pretty solid. But either way, you want the defense for the round 5. You got to make sure you win them as well. So whoever kicks off on offense round 1, maybe look to push the pace, see if you can make things mixy. But overall, a very balanced control map. And this is lucky number 13 in a row.
Wow,
in a row.
13 vaults.
Lucky number 13 on Friday the 13th. Spooky things. You know, I got married on Friday the 13th.
Happy vault.
Happy birthday. What the f are you talking about, bruv? Full control.
Thinking about it.
Full control. Here we go. Here we go. You'll never see a protocol on the CDL. You'll never see it. Just give up now. Find your happy place. And for many teams, the happy place is actually this Madman mode. So far, so good. But yeah, we'll see if the sweet spot defense continues. Right now, LA Thieves, they're on D first. See if they can keep rolling.
I love the play call as well, right? I think they got the nades on the van to maybe make sure that explosion doesn't cost them. And it is a solo capture as well.
Oh my god,
so
did they get through for
Gorillas
nothing?
playing with an interesting idea to get pressure on a couple different corners of the map. Of course, when the dust settles, you don't have a tick of progress on B, you don't have a tick of progress yet on A, and you do have a Hydra in your spawn. Gun down though, Priest and Kismet drop them, so you got a little bit of pressure on the map, and maybe Sky setting up for some spawn kills. So a weird opening break, a lot of dust has to settle, but when things clear up, Gorillas made in control.
Out in the desert, there's tons of dust, or as some folks call it, sand. Others hate it. You know who loves it right now? The Gorillas, mate. A little bit of love towards B. Segments of A, it's complete. See you later, folks. 2 minutes and 11 seconds to play, and kills all over the board.
Gorillas made Al Gaib. I don't really know what any of that means, but I watched the movie. It was a lot of fun, and you got 2 minutes to win an offensive round, and you do have a life advantage as well, and Sky's almost certainly going to get caught on the cross. One good slide to make it in. Guess whose shot is on point? Scrap, as always, keeping things under control.
Yeah, he's a shooter. He really is.
I feel Priest is coming out to play.
Lins gets cut out of spawn, can't even get into the fight. That's so unfortunate. Kiz, you know he's in there. You've got to check a couple of dirty little angles. Can Scrap get 2 out of this? Nah. Reinforcements on their way. Plenty of space to work with here. Envoy might pick up a ridiculous pinch. Yeah, might. Answer is, yeah, he does.
Priest is on 6 straight.
Nearly ridiculous.
That's 6 in a row for Priesta, by the way. I don't know if he's got the cruise missile yet, but he had like the 3 segments captured as well. So Priesta might be able to double down on the Hellstorm. He got one on the rewind as well, and you can see he is just a kill away.
Oh, thank
Unfortunately
God.
for him, every single player that has ever tried to cross to spawn has gotten gunned down. Thieves are not that team.
Nah, not that team. And at the pro level, when they don't miss shots like that, it's going to happen. Massive turnaround here from the Thieves. Pressure's there. Kill department, though, still very even. Less than a minute here in the opening round. Kismet is doing what he can to break this hold, and that's one way of getting it done. Nice trades back and forth. A nice 2 from Kiz. He's broke this setup wide open. Will he check the right? Oh, he's never going to read Envoy in that position. I love it. Ghosty from upstairs might catch that. Doesn't catch it. 99 Kiz brought down to a good solid 95 there in that life.
Yeah, talk about Envoy being in the spot where you need him to be as soon as you need him to be there.
Oh, that's a Scrap.
And that's a nice nade as well. Priesta gets rooted out. Again, every single player that has tried to cross into the spawn of Thieves has gotten picked apart one way or another. But again, Envoy, just a cheeky off angle to be hidden, ends up getting the intel on Kismet before he can make it across. And with a 4-man wipe and feed like that, 12 seconds left, that's going to be a very clutch round for LA Thieves on defense. Doing the easier things right.
All the easy things done. Making it look easy as well. Is it done? Is it
Oh, wait.
complete? Not point 2. Not over yet. Scrap. A sweet nade here. There are no trophy systems in play just yet. I think Sky's, got it out in time. The nade does connect. It takes care of Priesta. 1 segment gone at B. Hydra on the flank. Will anyone watch it? My God, no! They left the point!
They left it. Are you morons?
Hey, if it happens with my ranked play teammates, it'll happen in the CDL. That's when you just laugh off.
They left the point. Oh no! It was 0.2 seconds on a round.
Look
They
at
were making
Scrap
a
with the
comeback.
nade, bro.
Oh no! That's really tough. That's a Christmas miracle for the LA Thieves. You'll take that.
In fairness,
It was
though,
fine.
I think Gorillas may give them a
bucket.
small shout out just for the fact that they were able to get that extra tick. But yes, an awkward moment. Honestly, not that it makes a bit of difference. You got a guy top art, you got Hydra working the flank. You were getting off that point anyway. So the more important thing is that they got that 4-man wipe and at least put the pressure on. Maybe a little unfortunate that trophy, I think, was just a split second too late as well. And you can see Scrap having fun. Doing 360s to go for these nades.
Okay. Nice start here on the defense for Gorillas, mate.
No.
There was.
No one's
It's still
alive.
fine. Quick solid hold there at B. Hydra is the only unaccountable variable we have here on the roll, and that's a problem. Difficult to hold on.
Oh, Hydra.
That's disgraceful. 3-piece. Now he's in your spawn.
At least Lynn shot back. I mean, that's the good news. Bad news.
Most
worst
obvious
case
spot.
scenario.
Will they beat
The
him?
interesting thing
Yes.
is how many players are going to stack on this A zone for LA Thieves. By the look of it, it's just going to be
No one.
2.
They left him.
So they're not going to be playing heavy for the kills right now. They're just going to make sure they keep the pressure on. Hydra does get dealt with, but say by the time you do, honestly, Gorillas, mate, they're going to be here to get him off the zone. So opportunity still here on the defensive end. Gorillas, mate, keep things up.
Keeping it up.
Oh, dude.
Clearing out that
Pago
final
has
segment,
good
actually
fucking
hold
stretch
on to
right
that
there,
for
and
Mo,
you
living
fuck it
life
up.
on the edge.
God damn it, Thieves.
We can add the title
Now just
dangerously
going
to the
top.
name Gorillas, mate. At some point, kids nice damage.
Never mind, no shot.
Oh, not enough though. Ghosty wins that fight. It's a sort of a tease. It's a little temptation. Dive on in, boys. Just finish the point. Linz is here. 3 in the feed.
What are we
no
doing?
questions
Finish the
asked.
fucking point.
I kind of like it. We're living well dangerously. Final 30 seconds. Nice shots from Linz. 8 and 11. He's battling back, but one man gets in on A.
What is happening?
One man gets out.
Get on point.
He's still on Envoy as well. He's trying to make the play happen. He's hurting though, but he's not alone. He's got Hydra with him too.
They just lost Hydra though. Yeah, nice little cheeky flank to go around, but Hydra is by himself and does get taken care of. I mean, this is the moment. Again, you had 4 ticks in round number 1. If you're Gorillas, mate, get them off this point. Don't give them anything. And I mean, now Scrap maybe forced to go for some flanks, and it ends up going perfectly for him, but less than 10 on the clock.
Less than 10. He has to win this fight. He has to get on the point. Number 4 is also going to make the play. Ghosty, will he be able to go in on towards the zone?
Oh my God, we got
Linz can't win it. A's gone. 9 lives for the Thieves.
A minute,
and a
come
minute to
on.
rock.
Yeah, this could be a 10v9. If you're going to win an offensive round, doing it in the TDM fashion might be the way. LA Thieves have spread the map as well, so they're the ones in control of the pace.
Yep.
And they're under control of underground as well. Ghosty kicking the play off.
Yeah, trophies, everything you name it. Ghosty's going to be chilling here for a Mo. He's got some space to work with his teammates here. Backs on up. I like this. Play for the control. Play for the guarantee. You want the segments. You're still trying to fight for defense round 5.
Nuisance, though, that is Kismet. He's just dragging this attention down, and now the pressure of the clock ticking is that much more. You're looking for at least a single tick as well, if not just the round from LA Thieves, but Kismet continues to thrive.
Yeah, the thriving is done.
Zach.
Can Skies thrive? Oh, the answer is maybe. Tagged up. Envoy's there for it. 18 seconds to go. Scrap on the pinch. Can he stay alive? The answer is nay. Brought down. Linz catches another loss man, Hydra. And this, wait a minute. 10 seconds. 1v1.
I mean, he's going to get this extra tick, too. Yeah, if they didn't have it before, I mean, you'd have been happy for the win. I don't know. I mean, this is a small thing in the grand scheme of things, but I think that side out might have secured the extra tick if they didn't already have it. So a wild round indeed, but at the end of the day, I mean, we are truly just tied up 1-1, but I'll tip it to Kismet on that one. With how bad things were looking, he really started to pop off towards the latter half of that round. I think Kismet might be sitting on 17 or 18 kills at the moment.
He had a terrible COD timing moment as well, where he was watching that sort of P3 door, and Scrap just pulls around the corner, hits him in the back, helps them get presence on and capture the A zone. Little things again like that. It just hurts. The makings of brilliance are there for the Gorillas, mate, but it's just a bit of magic for the Thieves.
They're force
What
stacking
can they conjure up in this round?
Hydra needs a kill.
LA Thieves on defense, and a slow attack here from the Gorillas, mate. Looking good so far on A.
This is perfectly played by Skies. He ends up getting caught and overwhelmed, but he was dealing with 3 players, so he does his job. But as the hallway gets opened up, it looks like no one in time is able to pick it up, and Gorillas get wiped off the map. You can actually see there the tick advantage. Well, just because they get this first one on A, they were tied up for their first 2 rounds.
Mate!
But this is just devastating.
That's really tough. Hydra shouldn't be winning gunfights like that, but he is. And now he's in Yao spawn, and he's doing a lap. He's going to catch these 2 players out in a moment. The timing will be ideal. Hydra. Oh my god. Now the dives. Now from down low, up top, we're watching the worldwide tour of Paco. Less than a minute to go.
It's not just him. It's also an Envoy crawling in your spawn.
Oh, this is
The
so annoying.
SMGs, the LAT are just
Pop the brakes, find a
unstoppable.
corner. Hopefully they walk into it. Kids, will you get it?
He
Yeah,
does
finally. 3 down in the feed. That should be the A zone as well. Gorillas, mate. The shenanigans have been put to bed. Now it's time to do the work.
And once again, they're going for players trying to sneak through on the cross. That's Priesta that was trying it, and once again, it is Scrap in the kill feed that is absolutely locking it down. So Gorilla's Mate constantly just praying that they can get someone behind enemy lines. That's been their goal. Now Kismet is trying to take that route, and he wins it. So this is the moment. This is what Gorilla's Mate are looking to get active with.
Oh, he's got to find at least a couple more here. He knows the boys are going to be on him. Pick a corner, any corner. Take these fights as best you can. Hydra spots him out. And here comes the next man. See how hard this place is to play from. And Kismet abandoning the top spot for now. This might be a fantastic move. Can he catch the guy on the back door? No, Ghosty once again back into his perch. Happy to be up there.
2 life advantage though, and you got Lins putting pressure on the flank. So Gorilla's Mate are just forcing Thieves to respond to every single angle. Priest is winning gunfights on top of the hill, and well, someone wasn't able to cover double door, so that play, it just gets broken down.
Yeah, cut off. Mid-map spree ended though. Hydra's going to be taken care of. Kiz trying to keep that pressure up. 22 and 17 from Kismet so far. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Look at the player icon low right. Ghosty's going to be the man there on zone. Not going to leave it. He's have to be pulled off of it into the afterlife. Big
stand off.
Kiz.
He loves it.
Oh, he's got another one. Oh,
let's go, Dill.
Oh, nice shots. Lynn's at range. No good. But actually, the damage was sensational, but no one did pick it up. Over by the zone. Is this enough to get Skies in? Priesta finds his as well. Hydra now on the contest. Taken care of. That's the power of Omni movement. Prone, lying down, you name it. Weird angles, finding kills all over the place. Last chance here in the round for the Gorillas, mate.
And 77, and they're stopping the clock as well. No trophy there on the palm trees, though. 6v6. Kismet's on the point. They're winning the gunfights. This could be it.
Hydra's trying to find one more of these sneaky kills to just end it. Can he get it done? 1 sec down. Hydra, look for the tiny pixel. Priesta down. Oh, but the trophy! What a move from Kiz! Lives are gone. Ghosty over the top. Stops the capture dead in its tracks, and the second segment doesn't complete.
It's a 3v2, though. Trade out these kills. You just got to trade it out. Don't stack up. Don't get double killed. You get the trades. They're trying to stack it. Force the pressure. There's one trade. The final man standing is Ghosty. This could be the offensive win.
This is a big offensive win, but Ghosty's on a wrap. Ghosty on the flank. Ghosty! Does he get a bar? No, he doesn't. What a round, Gorillas, mate.
Come on, Dan.
That's a very quick. Yeah, let's go, baby, out of Priesta, but this ain't done. You did the 35% work. You still got to clutch up on your defense.
That was so close. If we had hit markers in Codcaster, it would have been screeching at us. Wow, what a round. And called to make the offensive round win. Statistically, way more likely to win defense. That is a big moment for Gorillas, mate.
And again, not an insane amount though. Like, make no mistakes, as far as control goes, it is very close to being balanced. There's an advantage for defense. And of course, well, you're gonna get the defense for the round 5. Gorillas, mate, almost certainly will, should we go there. But you clutch this one up. I mean, you win the game, so their odds of taking down a map pretty good in this moment. And Kismet has been a monster. No 360s now out of Scrap. He's 22-23. He's trying to lock in.
As he's found Lins. Yeah. You saw the barrel.
Oh my god, Jackal.
Jackal's OP.
On Ghosty from up top now. A lot of players here for the Gorillas. Jackal's OP. Kills all over the board. Ghosty's going to hit the tactical retreat, find an angle, and get a little lucky. Love these shots. Good work. Now trying to bounce back. His teammates found a couple more. What a survival moment there from the Thieves.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the Jackal is just so good. SMGs are blessed.
It looks like the Thieves aren't playing together.
Showing off the goods is why. That is great comms rolling through for Envoy to react to, and he eventually just gets overwhelmed. Gorillas, mate, keeping Thieves pushed back. 42 seconds left on the game clock. 0 progression on the objective.
It's such a strong defensive hold there. Gorillas, mate. Starting to lose their footing defensively. Envoy and Hydra now through the back. One man on 8, stops the clock for just a second. Lins is there for the pickup. Can he get away with his life? No. Hydra alive and kicking. He's the solo capture.
His entire team is going to be here as well to help him out. So they pick up the time. He's able to push out, but they're not walking through the front just yet. They're working on the flanks, and you can just see nades and stuns landing everywhere. Overwhelmed. Envoy's a shooter, but he does get traded out, and Thieves now down to 20 seconds. They are desperate for this A zone.
No bailout this time. Skies Caught out with a tough angle. The pinch is complete. You're able to get onto the zone.
Oh,
No,
they got
you're not.
free,
Linus
dude.
Priest and Kismet, they're all there. Hydra last man. Kiz with the dive. From the top, waits for his boys. One last chance, that might have been it. Can the Thieves get in? Can the Thieves stay alive? Can the Thieves get on the time? No!
What's the name shot? God damn it.
There's Priest and Kismet, they're all there. Last man, Kiz with the dive. From the top, waits for his boys. One last chance, that might have been it. Can the Thieves get in?
What's the name?
Mistakes that we're making on Rewind, if not for that slow start, what we could have been talking about, but what we...
Bro, I see, this is where I disagree with Miles and Chance. I actually think it was LA Thieves that fucked up the most. I mean, look, I agree with them that the panel they did on or the segment they did in between this...
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube?
Okay.
They've got the skill. And they can force us a game 5. After that, who knows? But man, these highlights, good looks, man. Good looks. The Gorillas, mate, a fantastic showing there in the 3-1
play
victory.
together at all.
Admittedly,
Every time they're so on
they
point,
had
there's only one
multiple
person
point there in the
and they
start
were-
round. Yeah, we'll see
and-
that again. That was a tough one. Literally a moment of minor miscommunication. And with 0.2 seconds on the clock, you've really got to glue yourself to it.
And I think in my mind, I'd probably tip it to Kismet for the MVP, so much so that like his
99
trophies
kids
were
showed
getting
up.
kills
Oh,
when
man.
he was inside the hill soaking up time.
Really
But
didn't need that
I just
to
like the Gorillas, mate, when like their plan A never really was thriving. Like they had maybe 2 players, Skies and Kismet, they were able to get inside of Art and sort of force that spawn out, but that got nullified very quickly. They were just able to fall back on plan B, take things nice and slow, leave one player on the
Hydra
zone,
did
let
Hydra's
everybody else
thing,
pick
but
up the kills.
no
and
one was
a
helping
little
it.
bit more effective in that regard. And here's one of the few moments where they get broken down, just, you know, legs sticking out a little bit too far from Skies. But, I mean, these guys battled even when Thieves were putting on the pressure. But it really just is this offensive winning. Ghosty,
Man.
how close he was.
Man, again, because all he could hit there at Skies was his head towards the end. And the two-piece machine Envoy, we've seen him there at the U side of the map so many times, picking up pieces like that. And the bailout plays have been quite a sort of a strong theme, Chance, a strong moment that we're seeing in BO6. Not in this game. Not in that vault. This battle continues. We're going to be treated, folks, to an absolute engagement-heavy bloodbath on Skyline.
This is going to come down to firepower, I think.
A moment for the Gorillas, mate, to just calm for a second. Recalculate, refocus. Also keep that fire going, man. They're hot right now.
Yeah, and, you know, maybe saying Kismet for MVP for that map, but keep in mind Priest as well has been pretty hot in the hard points.
What is the Priest absolutely torching the Thieves? Every time they play, Priest torches them.
Got nearly 2 minutes collected. And of course, as bad as that start was, it was one hill. That first P4, they got the full 60, they stabilized the game, and they turned it into a fight. And from what we've seen since then, they've been fighting the entire time, right? Going toe-to-toe. They're going to have to bring that on the Skyline because, again, this is not a map where you have a single moment to breathe. Certainly not at the pro level. Just keep in mind, P2, we're not closing any of the doors. There's no, like, sort of money hills. You're going to have to work for every single second that you get on this time. It's going to be fun to watch.
No breath, only Gunny. We'll see a lot of that. Look for solid breaks, man. Both teams looking good in the breaks department. LA Thieves in particular, again, the Hardpoint Warriors so far in BO6. Only a week into play, really, but they have certainly set the pace. And in scrims as well, that's been the story from the coaches. LA Thieves, very, very strong in the mode. We'll see how well they can fare on the map. Or the Gorillas may chance. This is it. Their time to shine. They've garnered an incredible fan base.
No way they're going to be able
Qatar,
to
we know you're
right?
watching.
Thieves win
Brought
this.
the entire French fandom along with them. We'll see if they can pull out a big win and a major upset.
Dill's locked. Look
for
at
that
Dill. He's
superb
locked
fan
in.
base.
These
Gorillas,
guys are
mate,
laughing.
looking to force the game 5. Can they find
Look
a
at
win
Ghosty, bro.
here on
Everyone's like
Skyline?
laughing, and then
Fist
Dylan
bumps
was
are
locked
out.
in.
This is going to be good.
I'm looking forward to seeing Kismet play on this map as well, because I don't know what reputation he has amongst the community sentiment, but he had a few years, Vanguard MW2, where he was Mr. Do-It-All, main slayer, hill time soaker. He can do everything, and I could see
I
his
think this
glasses,
is
that
coming down to
reflection.
firepower. I
He
think
was
it's coming down to
locked in. He was
firepower.
in the
I think
firing
he wins.
range, keeping the gunny warm. Talk about one of the best competitors we have in the CDL, Kismet. Again, the Bulldog, when he barks, the bite is always there to follow up.
Yeah, it's nice to have the dogs back in P-Dog and Kismet. Will those dogs get barking here on Skylines? Oh, yeah, it's a nice first blood. Kismet, Lin's in the feed, an open hard point. There you go, kills all over, but it all can change rapidly here on Skyline. No chance to get comfortable, no chance to get cozy.
Oh my god, LAT can't get
extra aim showing up the kill feed as well. I mean, Kismet rocking it, I'm assuming just for the opening break, or maybe even just a hill-specific thing, but gotta pay attention to that in the kill feed. A lot of different teams with a lot of different strategies on this map, and right now, Thieves, their strategy, let Hydra flank and open up the map for you. It's going to be a near 4-man wipe. Thieves maintaining the spawns, able to get inside that time.
Hydra died twice. He thought, yeah, I'm not taking the AR fights anymore. I'm hitting the vents. Take note, teammates. Hydra's still kicking. He goes to the Envoy, doing what they can. P2's on its way, and the battle's still going. No one has full control yet. Spawn's good there for the LA Thieves. Scrap catches one out. This could be a good look here for the red team.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised those two LA Thieves players spawned in the back. I thought Gorilla's mate would have been able to block it, and unfortunate for Gorilla's mate, wasn't blocking a thing. Thieves consistently hold out the left side. They've got everything covered. Skies, though, wins a big gunfight. Skies, the best wall bangs in the CDL, bar none. Finds a way to get the guy out at a time. That allows Kismet to jump on it and prowl, putting on the pressure,
oh my God.
getting the back spawns, the SMGs, Kismet and Lins getting after it for a P2 break.
Great break, and only 19 seconds really gained there for the Thieves, so this is a wonderful time for the Gorillas, mate. Get yourselves in there, boys. Hold on. Looking for the new hard point as well. Thieves chalked 2 over to 3. They're set up and ready to go. Table set. In 5 seconds, the hard point is served.
And they might just be cleaning up for dinner as well. Scrap getting those first 2 kills. One of those sort of devastating moments. It's a 30-point gap, but looking clean so far on P3. Hydra at least drags one to the grave, but the battle for Hot Tub is an important one. Lin's going to be that cutoff man.
How did the thing not G8?
SMG gets all the love. We go, Lin's flying high. Hydra now. He's onto the feed. Two. Hydra! Woohoo! Skies wins it just. Envoy picking up damage, no kills. Wow, Scrap's in now. Can anyone find the trades? Can anyone keep this going? Yeah, non-stop. Here on P3.
It's the better spawns though for LA Thieves. It's the better spawns and the extra kill, but
oh my God, Lin's got 3.
Hydra in a 3-piece for Lin's. The man strikes back.
LA, he finds 3. That was a disgusting 3. Through the back line once again, Kismet getting his over to the next hard point we go. My goodness, though, the Gorillas mate a long way to go. Thieves in position again. Can we see another break?
Oh, Kismet's on top of things, but Hydra from the depths below able to give you 2. Envoy feeling the pressure because Gorilla's mate, I mean, they're crawling through these back spawns, but it's not easy to break down from either direction, getting the players inside, but they're getting bit apart. 4 wipe in the feed. LA Thieves, who needs the spawns? They got the hilltop.
Here comes the space. Hydra forward. Skies done. That's a big 3. Now another 4. Perfect back-to-back plays from the LA Thieves.
Yeah, rinse and repeat and square them up for another one. Welcome to the Piano Spawn Blender. And you know Hydra's going to be behind you. And Gorilla's mate have just pumped the brakes that they stopped trying to cross the middle of the map. Talk about a moment where they're starting to feel the heat.
Starting to lose it as well. That's the lead change, and now a massive bit of uncontested time. Hydra there in the hard point.
Hydra's about that 4 minutes and point.
Bump their way forward. Spawns have now flipped. Perfect awareness once again. But you go back to P1 after the first go around. Good looks out of the Gorillas. But the lead change towards the final moments of the end there has sent Scrap onto a 7 spree. No Hellstorm for him though.
And you just can't get anything extra. This is Thieves with a hot hand. P-Dog try to open up P1 with the 2-piece, but instead,
we have a
you try to run through the grass, Hydra cuts you down. You try to run through bed, Hydra's got that too. You're forced to go up top, and that's into the AR hands of Dylan Envoy. I mean, Thieves, talk about a shift in momentum. Gorillas, mate, gotta find a way to get out. And there's the 4 kills they were looking for. A breath of fresh air and a little bit of space on the map to work with. But obviously, long way to go.
Hey, big wins. Trades, though. Thieves starting to bleed out a little here in the
Dan,
fight. They've
shut
got
the-
close
Dan,
spawns there by
stay
the
down.
end. They're going to be able to
Stay
reinforce
down, Dan.
quickly. Final 10 seconds going away. Gorillas Mate so far. P2 in the hands of the Thieves. They're set up on the top side. Ghosty in position now as well. New hard point ready to go. Thieves, what have you got?
Well, Candy Strike back. It was a P2 break that really set Gorillas Mate apart at the start of this game. A necessity for them now, and they block the spawns. Hydra completely out of the picture, but every one of his teammates provides the battle for the time.
And they got the
Scrap,
spawns.
keeping things active, but Gorillas Mate, at
Sky's
the
an
very
idiot.
least, they are making this mixy.
A real split spawn as well.
Oh,
Oh, Skies with a dive. 3 the feed. Cleaned up. 35 seconds left on P2. You'll take it. Lin still on the far side of the map. That's going to be a problem. Can he get a kill out of this? He can't. But that's time. Bought for his boys. Gorillas Mate able to get back in this.
Well, that's a big win, though, from Envoy to get things in the mix, but it is just the blender now of a P2, and Linz is there for the clearance. 22 in 14. This man's trying to put on a show.
Oh, that's timing. That's unfortunate there for Priester. Over to Kitchen once again. Last
Yo,
time we were
Envoy's
in the
getting shit
kitchen,
on.
it was absolutely rocking. P2, lead change. Gorillas Mate back in this.
They're just getting shot down along the way. They're going to be just funneled into this spawn. Envoy, I mean, trying to keep these guys in a blender, trying to work the hallway. Scrap's going to call it out, but as they drop down low, might have found the timing. They got an LA Thieves out of the hill. They clean up Scrap as well. Nice little break in that moment, and Linz again gives you the two-piece in the feed, but there is no time to breathe on Skyline. Both teams just scrapping
Like I
to
said,
try
it's
to
come
get
down
this
to
P3
firepower, and I
I'm
think
glad
people
you
are-
brought up Scrap Chance. We're now going to go for a listen-in with the LA Thieves.
One more outer, Caesar. Up them, Scrap. I've enter. That's outer. Last one. He's their son. Take the top. Let's roll.
Dan sounds
One
sick.
shot, not weak. Nice. One going stone steps. I might have spawned him out though. Yeah, one piano probably.
Yeah, one's by the back.
That's one close girl. That's one close girl. We should go down.
Deep, by the way.
Deep got them. I have jacuzzi. They have to go top the door. They have to go top the door. Little bit, one shot.
How do I get
Behind you a little bit. Through the back. Little
Oh,
bit.
dude,
Nice.
Scrap, how do you
Nice.
take that?
Lens. I spawned it. Love door top.
Yo, out of back.
One shot, shitter. Or jacuzzi. I'll hold it. Little bit. No, center. One was off hold. Did we kill him? Oh, we did.
Yo, stop it.
Be in the back. This is kids. Last one. This is for the map.
Low left.
What I mean?
Yo, low left. He's already
I'll come.
He's stone.
I have my front. You have my front. One shot. No, I back. Too many bed. Too low bed. I have low bed. Say that.
low bed.
Back wing. One shot. Two front. One bed. Or back. Bed. Nice. Cole's right. Shitter. Hurry, I'm banging.
Shitter. Oh, that's good. I like that call out.
Top mid. Weak. Not the back then. Nice. Top mid. Only two by time.
I don't see that.
Low bed. He dropped low bed and one front out. Only two time. Okay. You have two front. One front. They didn't. Like one front. I spawned out. In bed. Bed weak. Heard you.
Shitter.
Ben Caesar. I'm in one shot. Two one time. Bed. Low bed. Two one time.
Oh my god, we got three
Let's go
dead.
wood. Two hit out wood and one spawn bed. Already hit out wood. Yeah, wood hit out bed. One more wood, one bed.
One more wood then.
Oh no, I'm trying to roll. I knew dead. New dead.
Nice.
I'm top mid. I'll actually get right. I'll get right. Yeah, I'll get top mid then.
Why am I supposed
Be a little bit. Nothing low right. I didn't need anything so much. I need help. I have your bed. He's gonna challenge him.
I'm good. I'm low.
Well, you hear it from Ghosty, some of the best comms in the game, and he said that P4 hold would have been for the map, and Gorillas Mate take it from them. We're keeping things active. The fight is still on in the P1. Gorillas Mate have control.
Wonderful work out of Gorillas Mate. And they're doing what they can to walk the walk. Kismet.
Kismet.
Holding the hard point now alone. Opportunity to get right back into this.
The Thieves
and
are
take the
throwing
lead
right
back.
now.
P2's looking sweet as well. Hydra's playing himself into a dirty little position. Gets his. Fights his way forward. Brought down again. And
What
it is
are Thieves
Linz.
doing?
Linz in the feed at 33.
And we have seen time and time again, Gorillas Mate have set
Grab is
themselves
doing
apart
everything.
on P2 because of the breaks that they were able to get. Now it's going to be a desperation hold in the two-piece machine that has been Linz all game, delivers smooth moves and 37 kills. Will it be enough?
Spewing comms. Holding on a P2. Now through the front door. Priester with a detonate. Can he keep at bay? From down low as well. Thieves looking for one decent break. There's the contest. Here comes the slide. Slide. Kills all over the place. Thieves break. Skies. Can he find any? One down.
you.
Break is there. Thieves are in.
That is instantaneous, and they are gonna keep and maintain this lead. Unfortunate team kill. Gonna slow down the push. Gorillas Mate trying to hit it through both angles, but
Dude,
they don't
we're
block the
getting
spawn. You
fucking
gotta got the reinforcements, but now it's just Envoy by his lonesome, and he is simply overwhelmed. P2 has been a bloodbath, as has this game. It's not just Linz that's going to get a 40 bomb. Scrap is there too.
Scrap fighting for it as well. Kiz puts it all on the line. Ghosty now brought down. Trade's done. Spawn's bad. Envoy the only man on the point
Envoy
right
needs
now.
to get
The
killed.
Thieves have got
Fuck.
a journey to get across, and
Kill.
Kiz
Okay,
wins
Hydra.
his big one over to Hydra. Hard point now at the ready, and this is for the game.
And he's just checked everything. He's got his teammates pushed out the hot tub. Good side doesn't matter for this rotation just yet. It's the battle for the time. And Hydra can't not get it. Kismet somehow finds the way to get inside. Gorilla's mate might just tie this game up.
Is with a break. Lead change. Here we go. Ghosty waiting for the boys. Has to find the angle there. Envoy takes a quick dip. You got Linz from upstairs brought down. Here we go. One good break's all you need for the Thieves. There's the entry. 3,
There it is. Come on.
all down.
This for it. This
They
for the game.
push the timing and they catch Linz as well. Look at that spawn awareness. Scrap going to check for the
Oh, no,
block.
it's
They got
not.
it. Everybody turn around. We got him in the trap.
Got him in the trap. We cannot win the game here, but we can look towards a new hard point as well. That's where the Gorillas mate are going for, trying to find something on the other side. Oh, Skies! Can you get it? Yes! A break at the last possible moment, but the hard point is not yours. Far right-hand side of the minimap. Thieves are on the run.
Ghosty, I think he's just a prophet. It comes down to P4. This is for the game.
Damn.
And it's Hydra that might just seal it.
Hydra.
Everybody
Three-piece
dead.
Hydra. Let's fucking
Wiped
go.
off the map. That might just be game.
That is it.
It's game.
Hydra calls it.
No, it's not.
Contest. Envoy. Priesta.
Come on, Dan.
It's not over yet. Holding it down. Linz is in. It's not over yet. Linz is in. Holding the point. The contest.
Come on.
One more
We
kill.
win.
Kismet
Holy
down.
fuck.
My God, what a hot point.
Hi, brother.
Dios mío.
The headphones are already gone.
Ernie.
What a game. And Kiz head in his lap. What an
What's that Envoy to steal the game?
head in his lap. I don't believe what we've just seen. We're going to need a replay.
Dude, and you can see how much Gorilla's mate wanted that game 5. A battle on
It's
the
always LA.
skyline,
The
but
V's play
just
sick
like
in
map
LA.
1,
Even if they have the
it
stars,
is
they
a
played sick.
heartbreaker. You just had too much ice on Thieves time and time again. The fact that they got inside and that Priestess started winning those extra gunfights is unreal. But for anyone that was keeping track of the stats, no shade, but Envoy was getting worked in the kills department. Admittedly, he had 2+ minutes in the hill. He was responsible for the objective all that time he was soaking up that at one point he was 11 and 29. Guess who got the 2-piece to call game at
Bill.
the end? It is Envoy. 2+
Scrap
minutes,
with a
7
kill.
of his 18
Look at
kills were on the
Scrappy.
objective. But it's not about how many kills you get. It's about
Man.
how big of an impact. And Envoy, that is exactly.
I think this series today, I think they tried to move Dan from being the objective player to have him be kill guy. I don't think it worked. I think he has to be objective.
Poor nade shot. His heart probably exploded.
I need a replay of that ending of the game. I need that replay.
P4 to P4, as close as it could have possibly been. My goodness.
That's what,
Skyline,
1,
you
2,
delivered.
that's 3 rotation.
The LA Thieves win the series. But the Gorillas, mate, this is one hell
They look
of a
good.
matchup. 241, 6-3, 249, as close as a series can get when it comes to
I need
these two
that.
teams.
I
Did
need
not
a
see
map
that
replay,
coming,
dude.
folks. Did not see that series being that close. I don't think the Des did either. We need a break.
Excellent game number 4 breakdown there as we
That was
can we
insane.
just get a best of 7 between these two teams?
I would love that. I mean, 2 electrifying hard points. I was walking into the studio here at the end of that hard point. I said, "What the hell?"
Are we
just
going to a
happened?"
game 5?
Like, please, can we see that again?
All right, this is our scuff play of the game because we couldn't figure out what was happening. Here it is one more time. The final minute of this last hard point. As you just saw on the graph, they were tied together, toe and toe the entire way. Hero play from Skies to open things up.
I mean, the fact that it even got to 2 over 249 to 249, 249 in the
The
first place.
Thieves still won right here.
Because we
Hydra
started
gets-
walking in at this
Hydra
point.
gets
Hydra
two.
gets 2. Ghost
They don't
combines
get
for
down.
3rd. Envoy finds the last.
The
You're like, all right,
Thieves still
GG.
won. I don't know
LA
how they
Thieves
broke
has
down,
done
but
it.
it's still a
But the
Ghost.
closest players is going to be in Priest and Sky. They slide in, are able to hit that contest, and it's Envoy and his 16 kills with the most important 2 at the end.
And what got crazy there is, so they get all the kills. If you're LA Thieves, you're like, okay, they only have 6 seconds. Like, we're gonna push out, right? There's no way they can break us. Well, what happens is Priest and Skies get through. They break in at the very end, so they lost the spawn. So now LA Thieves has to come from the front and make a miracle happen. And
Oh my God.
Hydra can't even believe it. He doesn't even understand what just happened.
Hydra
And it's
kinda
Envoy who was getting
scrap
cooked.
one. Well,
Closing out the
dude.
game.
And you have to think all of
Envoy
them
got
were
shit on
dead.
today.
Hydra was dead. Ghosty was dead. So they're like sitting back thinking, oh no, we
Everybody's
absolutely
watching.
Envoy got shit on,
sucked it.
but
And
he
then Envoy pulls
killed
out
it.
a 2-8 to get the final point.
Congratulations, LA Thieves, for the most entertaining hardpoint win of the season. Definitely the most exciting matchup in
Overview.
the grand finals. I am now cheering for
Lynn's got
at
shit
the
on.
end of stage 1.
We have the better
That
friends.
was ridiculous.
Fuck
That
you.
was crazy.
Moving forward, can LAG right the ship that we mentioned? You got Optic moving forward. You are going to have to run into Toronto before you get to Major 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at this performance here, and you
Let's
think
talk
about
about.
like
I'll
the
tell you in a
hard
sec.
points where you
Hold on, boys. I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but you guys are faded.
Congratulations, LA.
Listen. All right.
At the last possible moment, but the hard point is not yours.
What made the Thieves lose is Dan getting killed on this last point. That's what made the Thieves lose. Not lose, but almost lose. Right here, they should have won. Right here, they should have
All
won.
right, look.
Dan went
The
rogue.
problem that happens here is that
Dan went rogue.
should Dan have played for the kitchen spawners first? Probably. But at the same time, if he knew that they were spawning back left, I mean, he probably should know they're spawning out back left. But let's see. What's Envoy do after this?
Dan, I
To
think Dan went
be
rogue.
honest with you, bro.
Dan went rogue right here.
And look, bro, the coaches they could say something different.
Dan went rogue.
I think this actually might be on Dill, bro.
You guys are easily the best hard
I'll
points
watch
in
the interview in a
game right now. LAG lost both their hard points to Carolina. However, it was really,
went
really
rogue.
close in this series. Did you see that coming from the LAG mates?
I mean, you never know what to expect with any team, and straight up, we've just been super sick this week. So I'm honestly surprised we played that hard and it was so intense, but we definitely made a lot of mistakes.
Right.
Congratulations on the win, Ghosty, and congrats on the early success, man. You guys have looked ridiculous. I wanted to ask you, last year you teamed with a bunch of young guys, right? Guys who haven't won too many championships, and you were the slayer for the roster. And now you're back in a situation where you kind of have to be the guy who's giving out the comms, playing a little bit slow, soaking up all that time. How do you feel going back to that role? How's it been so far?
I wouldn't really quite say that I'm entirely going back to that role. I kind of think all of us are capable of doing it. It just so happens that I'll probably do it a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I wouldn't think it's as intense as it was my first rookie year, but definitely something similar.
Dan, how fun is it playing with this squad?
Oh, great.
Definitely real fun. We're always giggling, even when we're losing. So it's definitely real fun.
Can I get your prediction? Who will you be playing against in the grand finals at the end of stage 1?
Well, we got to make it there, of course, but I'm saying Optic for sure.
Optic, I like that call out. We will see Optic versus Vancouver. How do you see that series going?
I got Optic 3-1.
Ooh.
All right, that's Dan Ghosty. Congrats
Who's
on
the
the
new-
win, and I think you got a good prediction as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dan went rogue here. Dan went really
Bro,
fucking
how do you
rogue.
fast forward on this shit?
He went rogue. Really bad. If he doesn't die here, if he's
All right.
holding right here. All right.
Maybe Paco gets on hill so that Scrap
he's
could try.
holding right here
Bro,
instead right here.
Scrapping.
If he's holding like not right here, but right here, or like right here, this little alleyway, so he can see right here, but also he can get info right here. I think it's not 249, 250. I think it's like 235 to 250. I don't think they get 10, but Dan went rogue. I think he went a little too rogue and spawned right here. It looked right here. They read that, and they just bombarded Hill 4 versus 3, and Dan had to come from behind.
I think there's a world where Paco thought the game was just over. I mean, look at this. We need 3 seconds, and they're just coming off spawn. I think there's a world where Paco just thought the game was fucking over.
I don't know how it didn't end.
Because he spawns up, pushes
on
into the
point.
hill.
And he died.
I think they were just mind blown that they were able to get there that fast.
It's not over yet.
I think they were just mind blown that they were able to get there that quickly.
I thought the Thieves lost. Paco made the hero play right here. And
Ghosty is
gave him a
not the
couple
only
seconds.
player who blocks. Everyone does when they spawn. Guys, this has nothing to do with blocking spawns.
I'm telling you.
Back, two back, one shot. Crossing, one shot. Oh my fucking
That
goodness! Oh god, let's go. Yo,
Look at
Scrap,
this, dude.
keep up! Scrap, keep up! Oh my.
Wasn't even close. W Josh.
Don't they get beat like
Thank
it
you, 100
does,
points,
and
right?
what they do?
What they
1
do,
point.
baby. Nice! 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 Go push out. One of you takes space. 30 boxes.
That's what the boy said, right?
So that's why you MVP. You mark. Come on, man.
He played offense today as he had 99 kills.
I know I'm better than you. You are ass.
Gucci gang.
Not a lot of energy. Trying to get away. I got some vocals on me.
Oh, Lulu posted.
Sometimes.
Lulu tweeted.
No,
Q game forklift. Le bravo, sí, no sé, Q que está Q solo.
I mean, you're peach for a win. Who cares? W.
Oh my god, they're I got it so bad. Obviously having a big performance there over at that Train Hill. This guy's looking to finally really pick it up. He's had a few slower maps, but I guess he's finally caught his bearings now. 16 and 9 and forcing the issue on the side of their face, and that's going to be 5 in a row.
Oh, can we show one Thieves one chance here?
It's 6 for Capsule. He is woken up.
Oh,
Erupting right now on this
Felt that.
Make it 8 in a row.
What just happened?
I am telling you.
What the fuck just happened?
The season was choked. Dan right here. When Dan was right here, he choked. I think he needs to be right here.
Oh! Oh my god, brother! What the fuck just happened?
Look at Labubu. I miss Labubu. Can we have my head back?
Lost the delayed hit from Asriel.
I mean, you can So, the Thieves won. So, if you look, Thieves won. I didn't expect it. Oh, wait, I got it, dude. I got it. Hell yeah. I got it, guys. W picks. W picks. W picks right here.
Nah, for real. They be talking
Okay, 6
tough, but
points
they
for
won't
that.
get up in that field. ARPs and 223s get hit up in your
Keyshawn?
grill. Iron on me like I'm Tony, like an orange eye pill. Come and get your shorty, cause
Okay.
she tryna cop a feel. She know look chaotic, keep
So
it hot
Thieves
before
end
the
up
deal.
finishing this weekend playing Minnesota. After that game, I don't fucking know, dude. The Thieves, I know what Dan said. Dan said something about being sick all week. So I don't know if Dan did sound a little sick, but I don't know if if they were sick.
Fresh out of the escape room and
W.
looking for their first win,
W
Cloud9
pick, right
New
there.
York takes on Minnesota, who got 2 wins in week 1. They also played 2 game 5s and 2 round 11s, Alley-Cat.
Yeah, and it's been weird for Minnesota Rocker because you think they're going to lose and then somebody just pops 3 and suddenly the momentum falls in their favor. And on the flip side of things for Cloud9, it has not been similar whatsoever. They have yet to really been able to find a foothold here in the first couple weeks.
Let's take a look at Cloud9 New York. Some online issues in week 1. Week 2, will it affect?
So when Zuma tweeted Tomasi Paparazzo, or Zuma, he tweeted out WrestleMania. I was like, oh, 100%. Hook is being picked up for Cloud9. Cloud9's replacing Cramp. 100%. Did not expect Hook to go to Optic.
117 points
How many?
across 3 HPs. 117. That's literally
You played at
less than half.
250, right?
That's bad, Chris. That's real bad. So for them, they got to be better. I know they had some complaints. We'll see if they get everything sorted today. But going up against Minnesota, it ain't going to be easy. They're 2-0, and they've been looking good across all.
117, Allie.
But to be fair, it was versus LA Thieves in Optic, Texas. So, like, if we kind of give them the same grace we give the rest of the league, then it's not necessarily that bad. But in a matchup against Minnesota, if they want to raise our expectations back up, they have to.
Let's talk about that Minnesota squad, because in the
I don't know what
pre-show,
that
you
Fluyo
mentioned
was.
Estriel
I don't know
didn't
what
have
Neo
his
was
best
doing.
week. If you watched him at the end of the previous title, I'd say he was the best player on his team. He was making the biggest plays. My question is, do you need him to play that same style? Because we've seen players evolve their role depending on who's around them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on the SMGs in this game, Chris. So I'm going to say, yes, you need them to play that same style.
Okay.
You're not going to, like, if you look at their HPs, like, even the one against Boston, came down to the wire where they had to make a massive play. And lo and behold, it was Estriel who finds the last 2 kills, so we'll give him that credit. But you want to be able to close these out a bit easier. And
But
then with the
Paco,
combo
once
of their
again,
great search and destroy play, they
French
can be
phenom.
one of the best teams. So excited to see if he can turn out.
We just saw 43 kills from Scrap, 42 from Wins. Alley Cat, as we take a look at these maps and modes, does anyone have potential to steal the kill record? We got Protocol
No.
for Hardpoint 1.
If we make it to Skyline Hardpoint map number 4, they maybe could break the kill record. But I
No.
think that might be a tall ask for these two teams.
Listen, man, C9 has not won a Vault Control, so why not try Protocol? This is what I don't understand. Once again, will we see a Protocol? Not today.
Protocol, the best map. If you ask Nameless, we have not
I just
seen
wanna see some
it
variety.
throughout our first 13 matches,
two
and
on
it's
it.
not happening here in match number 14. Nameless, though, out of his 14 matches, has been on fire. Did you just get the last one right? You did. You're already into double digits.
Let's go, baby.
Let's make it a
He's
lot. Where are we
cooking.
going?
Let's go.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm going to go with Minnesota. I think Minnesota get it done in 5.
Minnesota in 5 again. Alley Cat.
I'm going to try and catch up here. I'm going to go with Cloud9. I believe in them this week.
I'm going to try and pass you. I'm copying the guy who's already got 10. I'm going with Ant's homework. Estriel, though, is going to have a better day here in week 2. The fans, let's see where they're going. Also feeling Minnesota. They're 2-0 versus 0-2. The math adds up. Does Cloud9 steal a win today, Maven?
We'll see. I mean,
My
I think
team
I'm
might
with
crash that
Allie
one.
in a sense like Rocker. You look at both their series, and Joe and I casted them. We've become the Rocker commentators, and
Yes.
it didn't look pretty at all times. I didn't think they were going to win most of the series, but then they pull it out. It happens once, you're like, okay, maybe it's made some big plays. It happens again, you're like, all right, I'm starting to believe a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, 2 Game 5 round 11s,
Yeah.
2 Vault hard points. Like, one was 4 points, one was 7. They're getting heavily outplayed. They're grinding games out, plain and simple. They're finding a way to win, and that's what matters. On the other side for Cloud9, you have one map when it's a search and destroy. You're down 5-2. You're able to come back, but you're 0-5 in respawns. And I mean, I don't know if this is going to be a dominant hardpoint team, but yeah.
No, so when Ed said that, you and I looked at each other. I was like, well, I think what we saw in the roster, you and I were like, this is a weird team. a weird one. I didn't know what they were really excel at. I guess, when a team comes together, you think most likely they might find success. In hard point, a lot of times that'll be the case when you have some shooters on your squad, and they do, but I think you and I had question marks, big ones for this team.
No, no doubt about it. Yeah, I expect like middle of the pack, but we'll see what happens. They have to get on the board, and it starts with this map 1 on Protocol.
We'll get right into it, and I know Ant was hoping to see this maybe in the map 3, but we'll be firing off on Vault. Do you have any big takeaways just from this map and the rotation at the start of the week? Maybe different than what you expected coming in?
Well, I think the big thing here on this map is what we talk about is P3 and P4. Obviously, P4 is that Money Hill all the way down at the bottom. It can be very difficult to break, but you early rotate there. You combine it with that P3. That's
Mac
where you
is
find
peaking.
a good chunk of your time.
Yeah, we saw
Max
some
5-0.
right,
Mac.
Teams pulling out like 4 subs,
He
just
Mac.
absolutely
Yeah.
locking it in. But Mac,
Max
nice little
5-0.
5-0. We'll see what he can carry this on to. They've got top middle absolutely locked down.
Plenty
Nice little
time.
start here from Cloud9. They're trying to put to bed maybe the hardpoint stats you heard the desk talking about, but Max Streak will in there. We'll start to get ready for our next rotation. What do you see on the minimap, Joe?
Yeah, well, Esther there with a big gunfight win. Give them some pressure. And well, Paul just over there towards top zip, so he's going to recognize Will Kremp and attach spawn behind him. So they're looking for that, trying to find that info. And it kind of spawns all over the place right now for Cloud9. Just where is the attack coming from? Geo able to pick up top middle.
It's Dante. Dante
With Sip pushing Platin. Nice time here for Minnesota Rocker.
They'll take the lead now. We'll see if Gio can continue to get that run going. He will pick up another, despite the fact that the team kill comes in and Nero not able to hit the reload before the next engagement. But so far, so good in the P2. Gio's 3 streak ends. A break comes in from Cloud9. That'll be 2 straight for them. Make it 3, and now they'll be able to answer. So far, a couple of good breaks really from either team to kind of split up this time as you look to take the lead again if you're Cloud9.
Yeah, now if you're Cloud9, you got to hunt down number 7. That's Nero, right? We just saw him get that kill top zip, and he's just trying to finesse. What he's trying to do is make this transition over to P3 easier.
So there's no info on Cloud9 servers. There's no info. Like nothing happened. So we have no clue.
His ability to play his life.
Come out.
Just sneak around, find a
and
couple
right
of
now
kills,
it's looking like they might stuff
They have to work that top side. That's going to be Kremp, though. He's able to get all the way through. Number 6 is going to spawn up. That's going to give them the idea. We have to turn here and fight from the hill.
So now they'll take fights on both sides of it, as you said. Paul hoping to get involved before his teammates drop inside the point. Not able to do that. The timing a little bit awkward for him. Nice Simtex, nice shots to connect as well. And, well, despite the fact you had that early setup of your rocker, you're able to get a spawn in the back of your Cloud9, you pinch out the hard point.
Yeah, they just thought maybe the push was coming from top middle. They had nobody backside of the hill, no one able to pick up cliffside, and that just allows that pinch to spawn to come in.
I really like Cloud9 blue.
About where the push was coming from. That
really
good. A
break,
and
the thieves should be black and white. They look good. A golden white. I want golden white, but it's not gonna happen.
This is just one of those points we saw in
Mac is shooting.
It was just a mess no matter
Mac
what.
versus Gio, basically.
It didn't matter what the setup was. I feel like there was break after break.
Yeah, this is
so tough to get really good time on it, but it's Gio that's really locking down the scrap time as he's able to hit 4 straight. Trying to chain this into more, but he's going to get triple swung and finally drop. A nice little sequence individually.
I like
from
Clem.
Gio, and now this is the one you're
This
talking
is
about.
the roster you want to be a part of if you want to show that you're good.
4 subs coming into play. We saw some really good holds from a team like Ultra, where we saw like a sub in Bean's hands and he was popping off. What kind of time can they get, or will this be a nice little break?
We already have good pressure there from Kremp, but Gio is still there. And that just starts with Gio, right? His ability to find 3 kills over towards that P3, get them set up early in this hill. Mac trying to finesse. All the Jackal PDWs are out, but Gio still alive, up to 14 and 7. Lines number 15. Great shots right there. And now a 50-point lead here for Rocker.
Yeah, sometimes it takes like one little big play moment, a player gets in the groove. He had one at the last hard point. He pops off here as well. As Gio is 15 and 7. 4 straight, 5 dialed in, continuing to go streaking. Finally does drop. Teammates are traded out, but doesn't happen. Kremp gets some nice movement on through. Finally, Estriel will be able to shut him down. They'll continue to rack up the time.
Daunted shit, holy fuck.
Over 70 here for Rocker.
Yeah, and obviously you get the full 50, 60 points there at that P4. Gives them this big lead. So Cloud9 going to try to find as much time as they can here as we go back to top middle, but Nero's already there in their face. A great double from him. That is going to be a clean 4 dead. And now again, just try to find where these players spawning out. Bit of a split here. Could help Cloud9. Gio, though, with a nice stun on the Mac. So they at least know where 1 is. Some nice shots, but a Kremp nade does connect on the P1.
And Gio's like the outlier right now for the ARs. Like, he's 18 and 9, but Paul's 4 and 12. Sib's 5 and 11. Attach is 8 and 12. Like, definitely some struggles everywhere else. But Gio, well, I mean, he's been inside the hard point doing work from a nice little power position.
Yeah, what's going to be tough about Protocol, you just think like so many heavy, but what our pros are so good is they take those long routes, and it's just their ability to finesse and play their life, right? Like, somebody like Nero, we saw, when he's in top zip, good like winning that gunfight over and over again as an AR. Like, you want to get to that power position, but before you get there, if you have to take down one of the subs, that is where your stats are going to plummet.
Yeah, it has been for most of the ARs. Currently
need to play time here.
Not for Mr. Gio.
Play time, bro.
Kremp now. With an early setup in the hard point, they need to get some time here. You know, a break comes in from Rocker, and you're finding yourself in a massive, massive hole. Kremp just hoping to get back to the full HP before the next engagement. Not going to happen. You have numbers in trades there for a second, but I think it was the multi-kill from Mac that might have been the extra domino there to give favor to Cloud9 New York. Some big time here for him, but you're continuing to at least make it a mess a bit if you are Rocker.
Yeah, this is fine. As long as you continue to hold the rotation for P3, right? Keep them off. Cloud9 has the good spawns for this P2, but you have just put so much pressure through top middle onto this platform, and then very similar to last time through, 20 seconds left, you're finding the kills. What does Cloud9 want to do? How do they want to try to rotate? Attach to try to go through bottom middle. Nice gunfight win there, and now they can fly on through.
Attach trying to kick it up.
Get themselves set up.
Dante's just shit on. Your best player can shit on. Like,
it's 70. It's like P4 is really the difference. But that's going to be what we're going to look at as we get ready for here shortly. But got a minute to go. So now focus on the set. Last time, a ton of split time. Similar to what we saw last time, you're set up in the hard point.
3 dead.
Opposite team starts spawning in the back. Just flip this time in the sense it's Rocker now spawning and trying to break. We'll see if they can set up the pinch. They had 1 spawn out in Geo, so the natural pinch is going to develop here as they try to fly on in. Crimp with a multi. Mac, I thought, had the win there, but Crimp will actually end up with 3. Still has another fight, and that's a massive one. 6 HP from him.
Okay, Crimp.
4
Let's go.
streak and a nice individual play, but 20
Cook, my
seconds
guy.
left. You got to
Cook.
start thinking about next. They're going to take this time. More likely, it's can you break?
Well, and this is what you find a lot of the time on P3. Yes, those wonky back spawns can come in, but when you have a 4 dead, you know they're spawning top middle. Good luck getting into that front door. Now Crimp continues on this rotation. Nero, though, maybe with the difference maker. You get back into the game here at this P3 if you are Cloud9, but Nero allows his team to get into a nice setup. You see the trophies are down as we head down to P4.
Yeah, you did what you need to do with 3. Did Cloud9. You claw back into this, but now you got a 30-point advantage. Does Rocker. You're looking to shut it down. A break opportunity, though, here for Cloud9. You just got broken. You're feeling the pressure if you're Rocker. Let's go to a listen-in right now with Minnesota Rocker.
Come on, Cloud9. Do not have admin soda, right?
That's on time. I need to close. Give me a
Admin soda.
And 2 spiral.
I'm kind of glad to see them pick up Dante.
Zip quick. Yep. And Charlie. I'm going up. I pushed the zip. Okay. Spawning zips out, I think. So I don't see anything new. One's just Sun 10. That's not PT on me. On the bottom 10. On new back. Bottom grandma. You want top attached. I got one. On new back. I'm nading outer. He's out right side. Alright, you got one. I
think Cloud9 takes both searches, but I think
nice, good shit. Trophy on top.
and then just come down to the control. I just don't know if Cloud9 has the firepower.
Top grenade attached.
Especially with fucking Sib going double negative. And Astro almost triple negative, positive, double positive. No one's playing time for Cloud9 except for Matt.
Top 10 attached, one shot.
Oh, he's big as shit. They're both big.
He jumped on mid-gun.
I still need time.
Lay down outer and top grenade.
Right side time.
This is big time right here. They need to give the rest of us time.
Cloud9 New York right back in the thick of things, trailing by 70 for a lot of this game. Now down 30. Just a few seconds left this hard point.
Yo, Dante got shit on.
Nero here to do the dirty work early on. Can't chain in the third.
So I think I'm picking my mic.
To take from the listen-in, how they want to play this P2 is you heard, are you blocking, right, for that P1? And they want to fight from this side of the map. Control top, middle. And, well, just try to find the time this way so you have an easy rotation if you do go to that P3. But Estriel, he has been so good through top middle. Another double, making a triple. 34 for Estriel. He has been hot.
There might be a kill
this year, but really stepping it up here on Protocol.
Well, the hard points, he's been cold, at least last week, right? Like, he had some moments, yes, but from a KD standpoint, he was getting kind of bopped. Right now, though, making the plays. The Death said they wanted him to step it up, and he's absolutely doing that. You're 23 away from a victory now, at least for the map 1. The remaining time.
All right. Cloud9 has to get this time, and Peace next one.
If you are Cloud9, 15 seconds left.
They haven't got this with good rotation.
You know they're not pushed through for this P3.
They're not going for this.
By Nero, just taking his time.
The whole Cloud9 right now has to
but the
play
cutoffs
new.
are already there. You see the blue arrow starting to spawn it up, and here we go. Both teams vying for control. We'll see if you hit that 250. Maybe that kill allows Rocker to get in.
Cramp is doing everything for Cloud9 right now.
Last time around here. Can they do it again? They keep rallying one more body into the hard point, taking that time forward, looking for the lead change, but the contest will come through for now. Estriel.
Cramp and Mac are doing everything.
The playmaker currently for Rocker.
Cloud9 may make an AR change. I think Dante has tapped into this.
One tuck to win the corner is going to catch
together,
him.
I'd say.
That was attached.
Oh my God.
Crimp through for kills as well. Sib now sub in hand, looking to lock it down. 13 needed for the victory, and he's ready for the next one. Not quite the next one as Estriel finds an entry. Mac brings it back with a double. And they just need these final 5 seconds. Still 20 or so points on the hard point. They can shut it down here. They have picked it up massively here.
Oh my God.
Cloud9 won. And that will lead to a hard point victory for Cloud9 New York. Trailing for a lot of it, but some big plays down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, it's really the executions on the P3. I mean, the last 2 times we were there, because we started with Rocker and it was messy. They were able to find the break,
so happy
but then just 2 great holds got them back in the game.
Well, I think that's one of the first things I said. Like, that's how P3's kind of played, at least through last week when we were casting it. Like, it's a lot of just kind of split spawns, break after break, very messy, and then they get, I think, like 45 or so seconds the second time through, and then there was a contested moment. Some fights that went down, but nearly perfect, just dominant on those P3.
Yeah, I thought Estreal made the play, because not only does he go all the way through, he gets another kill and flips the spawns, and you just think the pressure's going to be there sooner or later, but they just fight from the hill. Does Cloud9 New York.
Everybody's just tucked away.
But you see
Kismet, they might not have
ahead,
intel on him that he's
144 to 71, maybe their biggest lead, and then it's just a bounce back right there at that second P3 from 90 to 143, brings it within 20. You split the second P4, which is huge. When we went to that listening, you finally got that break from Cloud9. They just stayed alive.
Yeah, but even that, like the second P4, like Rocker got another break in. Like, you did not get a ton of time at P4 and still managed to pull out the hard point. You got to feel pretty good. But so far, all the hard points today have been quite a list. We had 250, 249, a close one the first map as well. Now we come to this series, 250, 227 to start us off. But as much as, I mean, you get 40 out of Estreal, who was felt like a dead man walking in the hard points last week, but it's not enough. And Paul struggled throughout that one. He really did.
Yeah, 13 on 32. He finishes there.
I know they brought him in for Surge, and he's had some massive Surge plays. He's been better than Matt as well.
Yeah, and then if you're Estreal, you're finally, I'm having a game.
Yeah,
I'm going. Yeah. And you still lose, you're just like, that could just be frustrating as a player. No doubt about it, but Cloud9 fight back, and it really is just a team effort. But I think the subs towards the back half really start to step up. They both dropped 30.
I think you needed that if you're Cloud9. You needed a hardpoint victory based on how things were going.
Well, not gonna lie. Cloud9 might have to make a switch. They might have to drop Dante or Dill. They might pick up someone from Challengers. Or Illy. I don't know.
Every way, right? Like they're 50-50 in hardpoint. Well, not anymore, but they've been basically 50-50 in their respawns. What, 3-1 in Search and Destroy. They've gone to several, 2 game 5s, 2 around 11. They know they're going to go the distance, so I guess the mental on their side, it's like, all right, boys, here we go again.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they found 2 early victories in the season. Maybe we didn't expect that from this Rocker team, but they've shown they are here to play. Yeah, for Cloud9, it's just, you lose another game 1 respawn, and obviously the server talk and everything that's been happening, it's just it's a mental battle.
Yeah.
Online can be, you know, I've gone through it as a player in the past. Like, you just feel like you're getting BS time and time again. That just lives in your head rent free.
Yeah, no, I saw what
I want to play well.
right after, right?
Just a little
frustrated with where they're playing from. And I mean, tweet it was a professional way, just like, hey, it's been frustrating. You know, we don't have a good server to play on. We're playing against the boys in Texas. So we'll see if they can bounce back from it, maybe just get a series victory. But and on the other side, like, is there anything too, especially early in the year, like, it's probably not the worst thing. Like, if you're like a Rocker, and yes, you start out 2-0, but like going to a lot of game 5s, like just getting a lot of reps. Like, I know you're scrimming and stuff, but it's got to be just
especially if you're winning them.
Yeah, well, especially if you're winning them, but just like in general, just getting a lot of reps, like in an official match.
Yeah, I mean, they probably feel like there's some games they could close out in a smoother way. You probably don't want them to be as stressful.
Yeah.
But yes, you're not wrong. More reps, the better this early.
I feel like just in the you and I have been casting a long time, and there's been teams that have, like, I don't know, like I think of like Optics of the past, or even like Phases sometimes. Like, I don't know, you just 3-0 everybody, and then the first major comes, and I don't know.
You see around game 5.
You're a little overconfident. You haven't really been pushed or tested. Not the worst thing to be tested, but yeah, you need to win some of them, which Rocker.
Yeah, because I mean, you think of Rocker last year when they weren't winning the game 5s, they broke down, right? They go through with those roster changes. So yeah, it's like, it's good to be tested. You just sometimes you want to pass those tests.
Yes, exactly. That's a good way to put it. Well, to Search and Destroy, we go now. We're up to bat on Skyline. Cloud9, their only map win before against the Thieves team. They have a 2-5 comeback where they really made some adjustments, kind of shut Hydra down. You expect some players that are going to be able to take over Search and Destroy. Paul's kind of been the guy for Rocker that we're going to keep an eye on as well. See if he can bounce back after a real dud in that map 1. We got offense now for Rocker. Estreal looking for openings. That's a tough challenge.
Dante.
They're at the back piano, but tries to peel him off the heady, not able to do it. Mac wins his next fight, tries to stun out and stay up for now. He never gets back to full HP, but it's not going to matter. Wins another fight, and everybody's dead.
Yeah, obviously you're not pointing at one person, but you're just hoping Estreal finds one there, right, when he slides out, because your goal is you're planning that A-bomb, and sort of as soon as you go down a man in a retake situation, that can always just be tough, depending on your setup. And that's just it. If he just finds one in a 3v3, his teammates have some more room to work with. They have a little bit more info, but he slides out. Maybe even could have just stayed alive there, bottom Jim, but Sib with some great shots.
Yeah, it's like a weird one. You know, you're chowing like a heady, but you got the sub. It's a slide chow. You can camera somebody bad there and peel them off it, but as you said, Sib hits the shots. They take numbers, and they're able to get the round. Now we'll flip sides here and see what Cloud9 can do offensively. Nice start from Mac. We saw his POV for a lot of that round. And we'll stick with him at the start.
Oh, we're running it, baby.
Yep. It's some
Gio with
jetpack
two.
Call of Duty here. We're sending it. Nice win from Sid. He's shooting
one.
straight, but they're down in numbers. It's
On
gonna
the
be attached now, one
on the
versus
bill
two.
attach, it's 3, 2,
Ton of time.
3, 2.
Bomb down in a precarious position, though, and now Attach gets to work. One of the more clutch players we've ever had.
No doubt about it, but now, yeah, 5 and 6, Paul and Estrel, they're just going to dip together. Allow him to plan if he wants to. Attach just trying to check all these different angles, and I want to slide on through. Maybe here's the zip, and there we go. Spot Estrel. Normally in these scenarios, as soon as you spot one, you know where the other one is, but he's going to continue to look around here. He's taking his time. The Rocker players are just doing laps on the map.
Yeah, I think Attach has that info. Like, he knows they're just doing laps. It's like, where are they now is the problem. He knows they're on the move. Just does he catch a fortunate timing? Like, almost works out, but that's why you're holding hands. So you make sure you have the trade. I mean, only way that falls apart if somehow he's pre-aimed up and they're kind of lined up perfectly for him.
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah, maybe if, like, Paul slides there, messes up his movement a bit, but Paul... Nice teamwork there from Rocker, and that's just a blind counter. We're going to 4-hit Kitchen, and, well, they were ready for it.
Yeah, we'll see some of that throughout the course of this search.
It has some fast rounds.
Yeah, we've seen teams, you know, spread it out on this map as well, play it a little slow, but, yeah, we're having some jetpack search every now and then. Just 4-on-4, hit it. Tied up 1-1 now.
Okay, this is actually entertaining.
Paul takes a
it's like a guild meeting in WoW.
from Mac at range.
But it's like
they slow down this onslaught.
Also highlighting
Crimp gets pushed up. He's able to pick one and get away with his life.
Memes.
Estriel now working into underground.
Yeah, that's just all the way underground inside the vent. Now you have the Char inside the kitchen. That's going to be attached. Just 3P
still have
info for his team. So he's saying, I got A. You boys just focus on the B side of the map. That's really the call. But, yeah, Rocker down a man now.
Just slows down this offense. Huh? He was already playing out slow. You lose a player, that becomes even harder. Now you lose another in Estriel. See if Car's still there. Paul and Gio can come up with something. Cars finally get taken out. Gio does find a pick. Trying to give him a chance in this. Sib should at the angle. Oh no! He thinks he repositioned. He just lays down there at the AC. Now we're into a 2 versus 2. That looks so awkward.
That's just Gio's like, yeah, he was like pre-firing with a pistol. But now Attach is able to find one trap there with another, and they recover in the 2 versus 2. But it does get awkward, as Attach was just driving a car the entire round.
Well, you can tell, like, Sib gets the call, like, he's weak, he's tough. He just jumps up there, he's like, looks left, looks right. He's like, nobody's home. I think we've all been caught by that play. Like, someone just lays prone. Like, it's like, oh, all right.
Yeah, especially in this game, too, just with the different animations. Like, I don't know.
Different animations, and there's just stuff everywhere. All right. They rebound. They clutch up in the 2 versus 2.
This is kind of funny.
Advantage. God, they'd like to be on the good side of a 2-0 series advantage, that's for sure, if you're Cloud9 with a slow start. Yeah, you had some tough matches. You just have to come in mentally like this.
Paint his face
They're
blue
2-0,
for
but this is one
cosplay
we
is
can
great.
win. So far, so good. Ball bang through for Sib. They do push that out, but you retain numbers. Mac looking to make the play. Big battle over here by A. Mac gets him weak enough for a fast trade. That's a quick round. Another one here for Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, listen, for Rocker, like, you're trying to slow down the pace and maybe just spread out a little bit, but you're just getting picked apart. That's 3 first bloods now for Cloud9. The one time you have had an advantage has just been that fast kitchen round where you 4-hit it. Outside of that, you've just gotten picked apart, losing those numbers early.
Yeah, just can they get advantage early on? Can Paul get going?
And it could just be a pace thing. At this point where you're trying to, like, spread things out on their offenses, find open picks, I'm thinking we're just, let's just 4-hit it.
Just hit it. Let's see what they opt to do this time. Can they have 4 up in an offense? They get numbers early. There they are. Estriel gets 1. He gets 2. Massive for them there. They lose 1 in Paul. They lose another. Attach gets the angle. He's able to take down 2. And apparently getting numbers, even getting massive numbers, wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, Estriel finds it 2, opens up the round. It's similar to map 1. He's thinking, like, we'll close this out, but Attach through the gym just lines him up. There's a lot of different angles you have to be careful of inside a kitchen. Nobody looking bottom gym, and Attach gives them that round.
Was that just in the craziness of it? Like a miscomm, like it's something that's not picked up? Like Attach shouldn't just be able to waltz in and get both after this, surely.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of cleanup. Yeah, he jumps on down, and what? Yeah, one player's got to hit it. Nobody's looking kitchen side. You don't have a player platform or bedroom, so, you know, he's ready for that next gunfight, but nobody's there.
No, it's like if no one has the angle on the player, like drop down, you can just, I don't know, you just pull off a lot of plays. Like, oh, we're second story. No, I'm not.
Adios.
Ooh, nade hits, but Nero does stay alive. 4-1 for Cloud9. Looking for a massive edge in this series if they can shut it down. They had a nice comeback in Search week 1, but haven't enjoyed the advantage like this. The advantage keeps on going. They have numbers again, 4 versus 3.
Cloud9's flying.
Nero just
all
shouldering.
5 and
doesn't want to take that fight
Neo
against an AR.
on.
Well, after the pick, you kind of just reposition. I mean, Civ is the one player push up over towards Hot Tub. They're going to focus on him, but Kremp loses a gunfight. So maybe now, down to 3 versus 4, you bring it back. You have to defuse the bomb, though. Mash still inside of you. Attach able to find 1, and that table, who put that there?
Oh.
Holy.
The fine China.
Yeah, that is just, he just gets the slide in and pops. He's dead before it feels like he hits a bullet. Just, yeah, table's made out of Kevlar. Just, holy hell. That looked frustrating, but not frustrating for Rocker. They get a much needed round.
This guild for them is a mid-skip guild. Average level is 25 and mid-level 0.
It wouldn't be Call of Duty if you couldn't shoot through things you shouldn't be able to and not shoot through things you should be able to.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys think of last year. Some
there's a couple in this game.
Yeah. Rocker trying to claw back into it. Car up close and personal, doing some damage, but will it lead to a kill? Doesn't lead to anything. Estriel on his back, getting bomb planted. Dude, it is so goofy. I love it, bro. I love it. Gio in trouble, but stays up. Nero with the angle and the call for the push, so. Oh, they just hit the nades on him. He gets a spot on Sib. Sib thinks he's chasing out a weak player. Good teamwork there from Rocker. Attach. Last up. Takes down 1, but that's all he'll take down. Back-to-back for Rocker now, and just like that. I mean, this would strike me as like a very Rocker map win. Like, they're down 4-1, not looking good at all, and then they just switch gears and win the map.
Well, a couple of rounds they should have won. Potentially,
true.
But and that's a difference in that setup, right? You get the bomb down, obviously you get the first blood, but you have someone platform, you have someone hot tub. So when they do start to try to retake through catwalk, there is just so many angles on those players, right? Just right away.
They haven't been able to plant. They haven't been able to get plant with 4 people alive. Like that hasn't been a thing.
Yeah, Santa Claus here. Not clue why, but yep.
Did they win 3 straight? Car into play again.
Every time I see these cars, I just think of Home Alone 3.
They're doing
It's
falling
underrated.
death.
It's underrated.
Okay. I haven't seen those in so long, like any of them. It's been ages.
Well, that was one of the ones that like they tried to different cast and everything.
Numbers for New York. Did Nero find the timing and the angle? He may have. Down to a 1 versus 1. Nero can make the play. He got eyes on him. Gets across. He's on 5 straight as well. He's a lunatic. Oh, God. The Attach goes flying out. Take a breath for a moment. Re-engage and wins it. Nero with the 1 versus 3. And Rocker tie us up 4-4. Attach has been left in the clutch multiple times on this map.
The Cloud9
for him to close it out, but
are they throwing?
Talking about switches flipping. Nero does 6 straight for him. A 1v3 clutch. And he's got the ability to do it. Let's see it again.
Yeah, I mean, just great timing through the middle of the map on both of those players, and then it's a 1 versus 1. And as you said, spots Attach. Attach has the AR. I don't know if he's just trying to find a timing there where you're trying to catch him sprinting or what, but Nero ready for it. Great individual play out of him. And all right, now you're starting to win some of these rounds, clutch these out, and just like that, it's 4-4.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't get the spot on him there, like who knows how it maybe plays out, but just to slide away and spot. Good job playing his angles. Nero obviously with a car in hand after his monster rounds.
Streamers are hilarious sometimes.
Just chilling out by the hot tub.
Yeah, all he's doing right now is 3PN just getting info for his team.
Yep.
It's just, this isn't, not a ton of info to really work with. Just, you know, hot tub's open. Now starting to move that up, maybe towards that 8-bomb. Now you see the rest of the teammates start to work on their way through the middle of the map.
A lot of space for you to take if you're Rocker there. You're playing deep if you're Cloud9, but it pays off, at least with the opening first blood there from Attach. Frustrating 1v1 loss, but gets involved with that, and then Sib connects to the shots with Mac. Nero, though, is still alive. Feels like it's a threat until he drops. Estriel brings it back into a 2 versus 2. They now are able to group up. 7 straight for Nero.
Nero is fine.
And I mean, we've had a couple of rounds that go from like a 4v2 to a 2v2 instantly, it feels like. And that's kind of the nature of this map.
Yeah, no, with all the different angles, right? Yeah, the drop downs.
Well, there was Attach dropping down, getting behind. Nero finding good timing. Like, yeah.
Neo plant.
Okay. Now, Nero, if he gets a kill, he'd use the Hellstorm as well to potentially clutch, but he's going to get caught. So split up is Cloud9 New York, now 1 round away from going up 2-0.
Just hoping they can get that plan off, but New York not allowing it to happen for free. And that's a couple of times now. You've had like a 4v2 and had to clutch up in a 2 versus 2. At least you're icing up in those scenarios. This search looks a little bit different if you weren't able to do that. But they make the plays despite the fact that
Skip being level 0 is crazy.
Some of these rounds have gone. It wouldn't be a Rocker series if it wasn't for a round 11.
That's a good point.
So we'll see if we get there here in the map too.
Wait, Cloud9.
Round 5 as we keep going.
Wait, no, Minnesota wins this.
Another first blood for Rocker. Well, I know I say another, like they've had a bunch. It haven't. it's been mostly Cloud9.
Well, yeah, and they take A again. They just hold the angles, right? You're able to catch that player trying to cross towards that P1. Back though from up top. Oh, the door. Well, yeah, you can shoot doors open, you close them, it just goes back and forth. We don't know what's happening, but I know Estriel's hitting kills in the middle of the map, so it's all down to Sib.
Yeah, don't you love doors? That fight looks so fun.
Well, it's even weirder for us.
Yeah, sure did. Sib with the snap and a half. Oh. Not able to do it again, though. And it's a round 11 now for Rocker.
This is what they do. This is their home.
Yeah. I mean, they just push you every map, the distance it feels like, just battling. Out there battling. And it does feel like for a team like this, yeah, it's just going to be like, how often do you pass that test? How often can you win your map 5? Like, it just seems like they're going to see a lot of them. Because that's how it felt last year, bro. Like, if you were a team that went map 5, you went map 5 a lot. Like,
a lot, yeah.
It's just what it felt like.
Especially last year, I felt like you had your maps.
Yes, that's what it was, yeah. It's like your middle of the pack teams, you just had stuff you're good at, stuff you sucked at.
Yeah.
Around 11. Who will find that opening pick? Gio got it in the last round. Can they find another opener? They're looking to get the quick plant down.
Nero's trying to work his way up. It should come down to Kremp. Yeah, what does he sneak on through? He is just laid prone there. There is that first blood. Nero in a great spot, though, potentially for a trade. Do they know his position? Kremp trying to ice it out. 1 versus 4 for Paul.
And you did a good job pushing him if you're Rocker, but the ice is there for New York. You win it in around 11. You're up 2-0, and after a very tough week 1, you're in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, I mean, Kremp just stays patient. They allow that bomb to go down. As soon as it's planted, he's able to pop on up. Just great timing. Nobody got picked. I think Nero was trying to work Jim again, but you had just pretty much that standard setup for Cloud9, and, well, Kremp was the difference maker there.
Absolutely was. Nice job with just a little quick peek on the bomb to get the kill, and then, well, just found the timing with the slide. You're going to get that with the opposite. Just beautifully hit anything statistically that popped off the page for you.
Yeah, I mean, the 7 first bloods obviously a big deal. You know, Kremp 4-4. I mean, in terms of first bloods and first deaths, but that's going to happen for someone who's playing
God damn it.
that position, but attached, just consistent as always in Search and Destroy, putting up 11.
Yeah, I don't know how many of those kills mattered. Like, he had some big plays, but I feel like he was last alive like pretty often. So probably 3 or 4 of those maybe been when it didn't matter in a round loss, but he had the big double early in that game too to lead to a victory. And that's how it looks. You have a 23-point hard point to start us off. Around 11 to Surge. Cloud9 are up 2-0 in command. And yeah, you had a really difficult week 1. You had tough matchups. This is that series that needs to be a bounce back for them. If they're going to be a team that's like above the middle of the pack, if they're going to ever be a contender, you need to win series like this. You do.
No, 100%. I mean, honestly, so far, this has been kind of the state of the league. Right, very close hard points, some round 11 searches, but yeah, gritty games, and yeah, who's going to come out on top?
All right, well, before we get to the map 3, we'll get to the desk break down here for halftime.
Thank you, Maven and Merc. All 3 of our hard points within 25 points of each other, and now we get a round 11 that Minnesota finally drops. Alleycat over here in the middle may have picked this Cloud9 New York squad. Why do you have faith in your team today?
Well, no, I faith in Cloud9 because the players themselves are like top 4, top 6 like level, but their chemistry and their teamwork just aren't there yet, and that's why they're struggling. I feel like we're playing down.
Clemson's not top 6.
Minnesota Rocker. I feel like maybe they've woken up a little bit.
Let's take a look at some of the S&D plays and talk about what we have witnessed so far in this series, because in that round 11, you may have noticed Estriel is getting kills once again, but Kremp seems to have found his form as a first blood guy.
What's so unfortunate is that Estriel's having a great series, and they're not winning maps when he would have terrible series, and they would pull it out from under them. But the Search and Destroy was pivotal, not only for Cloud9 in general, but like there was a moment, 1v3, like that was the time for the momentum to be killed inside Cloud9, and they didn't allow that to happen. They weren't allowing the bomb to be planted. They allowed it in round 11, and it's Kremp playing patiently for that first blood after it gets laid down. He gets the second, sets the team up for success. This is the Cloud9 that we've been hoping to see.
Yeah, I mean, this is a ridiculous round, too. Like, we get down to the nitty-gritty of this game, man. There's a 1v3 on the side of Nero. You're feeling like Minnesota's going to run away with this game. You see finds 2 here, and then gets the glimpse of attach up top and plays it perfectly. Picks up that RC car. He ultimately ended up in round 11, which is a great play by New York, man. Get push up. Brent makes, he gets into a square. Fire takes his time, finds the first kill, and just blows the round wide open. So, you got me feeling good. It has been pretty crisp, but you're up 2 now. You need to
easy.
Cloud9 needs just one more map. Minnesota needs 3 straight if they want to remain perfect here in the CDL. It's just week 2.
Estriel.
Our teams are starting starting to sort themselves out. It's great to see that Cloud9 New York is very much still in the running.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we have a strong conclusion second
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Yeah, ready to do it. The end of the hard point was absolutely insane.
Okay.
And it's Ali's favorite player. It's Mac making some massive plays. So let's jump on Teleshare and let's break this down. So this is the end of the game. It's rotating over toward P3. And we know that the P3 is probably going to decide the fate of this map number 1. So you can see in this situation, we're going to zoom into the mini-map that's attached that you saw on the no gun. All the players point out here on Minnesota, right? So they're going to have to start the rotation. There's like 18 seconds left. There's only a couple routes you can really take. All the players, they have to push through old. So nobody's really going to be going there if you're going to die from players getting that time. Typically, players are going to go underground and try to get up spiral to get behind enemy lines or around here and through P1 towards gun, right? So we're going to see here from the side, C9 should have attached. He's right here, so he's playing mid. He can volley back and forth to play kills. And what I'm always preaching in HP is if you have control to take space and make plays. So you're going to see, number 2, this is Mac. He makes a play, he pushes into underground and finds 2 kills to further punish them on the rotation. So this is kind of how you want to play when there's like a little bit of seconds left on hold. You want to be active on rotation, don't let them get positioned. Mac gets underground, but typically players will just sit back and hold the spiral stairs he finds 2. And this is where it gets real interesting. He goes back because he knows that he alleviated pressure underground, that he needs. Ooh. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling too good about my prediction at this point in time, but I'm all wrong.
All right, he's been pretty perfect in the predictions for the last 2 days. We'll find out if he can keep it rolling. Merc, Maven, let's finish the series.
We'll keep it going. I love those segments with Ant. I mean, honestly, I know you guys team together, you played fantastic players, but like you noticed when you first started casting with me, you said like it's like hard to break stuff down like that. The game's very fast. Like while we're commentating, you have a couple seconds to say something quick. Yeah, so you don't get to like break down plays like you'd like to. I know when you watch that, you're just like smiling because it's nice to be able to actually slow it down and talk about a play instead of us being like,
Well, I just think, obviously when we're casting it, we're gonna miss some things, and
sure,
you go back and rewatch it, who makes those impact plays, and that's it. I mean,
I'd love to say we catch everything, but this isn't like
It's over behind.
TS, so just step by step. Like it's people are.
No, we're playing quick. We're playing quick. So yeah, I mean, I love it. Yeah, Mac with a great transition there because he's right. Yeah, heads up play down low, then rotates, knows exactly where to be coming from, and that allows him to win.
I won't be live for that. I think the game like 8 a.m. my time. I'm asleep. I'm not doing that.
Rewatch it. Or just down. Like, because you and I have casted before. It's been like a crazy game. We'll like watch it back later and be like, oh god, missed that. Like it happens. It happens. So it's been a cool segment there with Ant, doing a great job. Map 3, Rocker. They have won through game 5s, but they haven't been in this hole. They've not been in a 2-0 hole and had to pull off the reverse sweep.
We've been talking about tests. Why not take a difficult one?
Yeah. Or amping up the difficulty and test here for Rocker. Or have Cloud9 found their groove. Kind of trade it, at least through that opening push. You had like, what, 1 player alive really for either side, 3 drops, so not really a big advantage. Nero's getting damage into everybody, but he's down to 25 HP as well and repositions. Next Shao up wins that as well. Great stuff here from Nero. Start.
No, but like you said, the problem is the same thing is happening to his teammates, right? Like, he's controlling middle of the map, controlling lobby, gets another one, but finally Paul's able to get a multi-kill. The same thing was happening on the other side of the map, where I think it was Kremp just finding kills off spawn. And so you're not making too much progress. Now that was clean. 8 about to be done. You have a 2 life advantage. And now Cloud9, you'd see 2 and 4. They push all the way up towards that B street while Kremp is watching this pinch.
By the way, this is what the Thieves didn't do. They didn't play together. They should have. They didn't play together out on this map.
Paul kind of the difference maker then, just making sure A gets done. And now,
and when they did,
start to push on forward. You see that number 4 pushed up deep for Cloud9. That is Sim. He's wanting to track back though because his team is getting picked apart. I thought he was going to think about pushing back to help, but he's still trying to find people off spawn. The fight's mostly going down around Art though, so his team is dropping. Sim is still posted up. We'll see if he starts to get a little antsy or what he decides to do.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to track down back, but they know it, right? You're common. You don't hear the name Sim for a long time. Start to watch that pinch, and yeah, Nero's still 8-0. He's already got the Hellstorm inside of Art as well, playing his life. Is this going to be a perfect round of control for Nero?
I mean, he has had some of the more insane control rounds we've seen. Think back to like an invasion
last year. He's still going. He's got to find both right here. He hit number 11.
Oh my god, he got 12.
It taps the
he got 11
point as well. Oh, it's all right. Oh, it was almost perfect.
Yeah, I think he was even like, I died at the end.
Damn, Kremp shot his toes.
That brought me back to, like, do you remember that invasion when we cast? We were in like a 14 streak or something. It was a control last year.
Oh,
he went nuts. Like, every decision he made was correct. Every chow he took the right one. Like, he is a streaky player. And while there, he was streaky, certainly, in that start. 11-1. He was the catalyst early. He was the catalyst late. The catalyst gets them a 1-0 start.
I need a reverse sweeping.
Yeah, I mean, we could have had a whole segment right there. Right, a perfect round of control. You still can, but it would look really cool if he was 11-0.
Yeah. Kremp can't get across. Nice shots there from Sim.
I don't know if we've had an offensive round in control where you haven't had a death. I mean, there's probably one out there,
been,
but like,
it is not often.
No, for sure. It's not.
Mac jumps into the bee's nest.
That
Nero
sound
does
fun.
have
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look fun either.
I don't want to do that.
Just mantling on through with 2 players staring at you. Attach is like the opposite of Nero currently.
Remember that operator in, what was it, BO4, where you actually had a bee's nest?
Oh,
With
yeah.
the hive? The hive? Yeah, you actually shot bee's nests at people.
I forgot about that. That was insane. A little snapper there from Paul to get to, and New York kind of back to square one, and they've got only 35 seconds to work with. They don't have a single tick. They tried to get something going to be early, but the flank's about to come through, get in behind enemy lines. Was, I believe, Paul combines with his teammates to take him out, and wow, he might be up 2-0 in the series. But
Well, this is what Ant was talking about, though, right? Is their vault control has not looked good. That 0-2, and again, you played Thieves and Optic, but there's only 2 control maps, so maybe just try the other one.
Maybe after this one.
Maybe after this one, yeah.
If Nero was the god of round 1, Paul, the god of round 2. He was on a 7 spree before he dropped. Nice shots at range there from Nero, 17-4. Winning fights, he's got no right winning with a sub in hand. He's still hunting. Loses that player, the debris that's popping up off the map. And fist bumps out is Rocker now up 2-0 and trying to get back in this series.
Listen, I know a lot of people think like the Jackal is the god gun. I'm just saying mine sucks. So when I see these guys do this, I'm like, I'm impressed.
Oh. Mine's not doing that.
No, you probably should. I'm probably just missing, but they hit a nice slide, hit a headshot, and it's game over.
Even like last year at the Rival, like people get some kills are insane. But if it got away from me, though, it got away from you.
Yeah.
I remember that week you were playing ranked and Teep just decided he wanted to run an AR. And so you were like, oh, I guess I'm running a sub.
I didn't have fun.
You hadn't run one at all yet? Oh, I hop into your stream, you're about to put your head through a wall.
Yeah.
A little bit of a different game, huh? Rocker looking to close it out 3-0, at least, well, for this particular map.
Is it better?
Nero was so good offensively. Can he do it again? Seems to be real deep in his bag.
Hello?
Looking for anything early. And he's
Fuck you, David.
Now.
Talking about this Paul guy, I hate you.
Well, now he's just playing his ones here, right? His teammates have been map control. They know where they're spawning. He's just wasting time for Cloud9. Like you have 2 players kind of searching hard, and then he's able to spot the third. So he's just running circles in the spawn. As they're playing hide and go seek.
The whole time they're like, where is he? Like,
well, somehow, though, they all got past him.
And Nero's like, sorry, guys, I was looking. Just the time he's not working out for him to really get anything done. Nice little snapback there to take out Sib.
Look at that, David. My team won. Let's go.
To finishing off this A point. Got a trophy in for coverage. I mean, he's
Are you talking about this guy or the fat guy?
Could not find the fight. Crimp comes in with
Him?
a 2 to delay that A push that was in. They still need another tick and only 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, Gino's just kind of snuck through as well, right? He's just found a pick, and now that just starts to turn heads, and, well, he finds a double, gets them to this A point.
Okay.
A should be done here unless Mac has some incredible play, but Paul's going to read it off spawn.
I can play
that.
that.
We start
I'm
to
down.
work B.
Yeah, a little bit of a life advantage, but nothing too crazy. Double swing bottom, and you trade that out.
Just text me when you're playing.
No map control ever if you are Cloud9 on either side of this. You've just been coming off spawn and
Like, you can probably join Discord. I'm
Well,
in
I think
Discord
that's what you
call.
see in number 3 and 4, right? Those are your ARs, and like I just don't think they've had any room to work with. It has just been Nero, Astra. There is just so much pressure in your face.
That was the map 1.
I wish you could do this,
Like,
David.
they just
22 and 6.
cannot get into their spot.
But you're shit
to
SNG
be
player.
so difficult because now you're coming off spawn and you're sprinting. You have to be point.
I'm yelling. You're shit SNG player.
Second take very close to coming through. There it is. Civic Krem trying to pinch. Still have players here, though. That's going to be 3 dead. It's all down to Matt, and I think that is game. Woo. We're headed to a game 4.
Joe, you think of protocol maybe?
I'm thinking we're vetoing.
Maybe playing protocol.
We're not picking that one.
Rocker. Slam him. Nero on a heater early. The rest of the team gets involved, but Nero with this statement in round 1 just puts Cloud9 on the back foot early. And yeah, their ARs, like, even I know they won the map 1, but like remember I called it out, like they were both like double negative to start that, like couldn't get anything going. Here, like they never got anything going. And that's just the difference when you're an AR and you're in good spots. It's great. When you're just holding forward and subs have angles, great. It's not fun. Sim and Attach had negative fun.
No, and I think that though, like that vault control, I'm sure there's been a couple, but normally we are trading back and forth. There's spawn
Big
traps
Duck,
on
my
both
pick.
sides. You didn't have that at all if you're Cloud9, not even for a moment.
It's weird because they kind of traded in some of the rounds like a kill department for a little bit. Like they were only down a couple of lives like through
They
Ed.
never had a clean map though, right? There was always one player through, and that player made an impact play on the side of Rocker. Whether it was Nero, whether it was a Geo there in that round number 3.
Sim got pushed up one time defensively. It led to literally nothing.
Yeah.
Until he finally chowed the point and he lost the gunfight.
They didn't see anyone for a minute.
Yeah, no, it was close to that. I'm probably exaggerating a bit, but it was a good stretch of time where he just didn't see anything.
It was almost the perfect round. I mean, he gets both here. So what? Yeah, Kremp just shoots his toes right here, huh?
That was clean.
Here it is.
That was clean.
It's right through. Yeah, just prones and gets the toes. Size 12s.
Tough. But no, just the weapon swap there into the clean slide and chow for the last one. That was one of the better plays we've seen this year. And then this was the weirdest little kind of hide and seek game. I think I just jumped forward.
Yeah, that's next round.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. But again, like, you're down 11 lives just right away. Just nothing to work with. You don't even get a take on offense. That's not good.
No, okay, yeah. I said they traded. They kind of traded, but I was on the 2 defenses. They traded kills a bit. The offense, they just got slammed. I mean, that was really the difference. Like, it wasn't really that lopsided through their 2 defenses.
And I think if you go back and watch that for Cloud9, what you're trying to do is players are going to get through, right? There's a lot of different openings on this map. It's more just, all right, if we have 2 or 3 dead, in a way, you just gotta kind of leave that guy, right? Try to move up the map, hold the 50-yard line on the players off spawn. Just don't let that player who's snuck around make an impact play. But every time they did.
Do you ever get worried when it's like a team struggles in control? In the sense, like, dude, remember that? I remember a stat I tweeted last year. I know, like, some fans, like, control's not their favorite, but, like, I remember this stat, like, reminded me why it's, like, a good mode for competitive. Like, it was showing, like, where teams ranked 1 through 12 in the league, and then it showed, like, S&D and hardpoint ranks, and teams were kind of all over the place, like, where they were.
Yeah.
Some good search teams, some good hardpoint. But control is literally almost 1 through 12. Like, perfectly. Like, if you're a bad control team, you're not going to be a good team.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you go back and do your own research and look at every major winner, you're probably around like 75% win rate in control.
Usually good teams are good in control.
Yeah, so I mean, I may be a little worried, but maybe it's just map veto.
Yeah, it's early. I was just thinking about that. Like, it's just, it wasn't pretty. Like, it's not looking good. You're 0-3 there, and you know, we're gonna have another map into the rotation or swap one out eventually after the break. But
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But protocol. Think of protocol.
Protocol maybe for them.
That might be the one we'll get to. But we look to get into the map 4 here soon. We'll see if Rocker can bounce back and get themselves to another map 5. We've joked about these difficult series, these trials they've had. They've had to go to a game 5 round 11 both times to get series victories. This will be the first time they do it, maybe through a reverse sweep. Love the red solo cup, Kremp sipping. Brings me back to college.
Yeah?
Yeah. I put a little bit of beer pong in my day. a little bit, a lot of bit. Oh, Rocker. They get a much needed map win there. In the sense, well, they didn't win that, they were out of the series. But they get a very convincing one, maybe build off the confidence of that. You know, map 1, Paul came out slow, Estriel came out firing. You get a little bit, well, I would say more of a team effort, really just a narrow takeover for a lot of that. But where the first 2 maps were close, the third was not. Skyline is basically always close, at least this year.
No, it always is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you win Skyline by like,
this is fancy bocage.
50 plus, like, it's a good.
We pull them out.
Yeah, if you win by 100, that is an insane Skyline, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
It is just pace, and it can be tough to be very clean.
Oh, well, actually like a full hold on a hardpoint? Yeah. Very, very, very difficult. So we'll keep an eye on maybe who's able to get some great setups throughout this, but it's going to be a mixy one. High engagements, lots of traded time on the hardpoint. Good use of the hot tub there from Kremp to take down 2. They'll set up attach to get some time. He just saw all 4 rotating out from piano sides to the info.
Oh, David probably has to update his game. I'm probably down a little bit.
And pick up this time, but you don't want to overchow here. If you're attached, you want to pick up this time and spot for your teammates, but you don't want to die from this position.
Am I gonna win this in the 100 point club?
Well, this is pretty much oh, if Mac gets that kill, I was just saying, he could push through, and then you would flip them with about, well, 10 seconds left. But, I mean, you have gotten 40 or so seconds here on this P1.
Oh, this is perfect.
A great start here now. They're going to try to push on through. All the players of Rocker off spawn. 1-for-1 so far. You already have the numbers. You see, number 8's going to spawn out. Same with Kremp. So it's sort of just both teams fighting for control of the hill, but it looks like Rocker
on good ping, Cloud9 look dangerous.
But Mac's going to give them those back spawns, and there we go. All 3 players from Cloud9 now in position near the hill.
Well, Ant was saying he thought this could end up being a solid hardpoint team. Cloud9 so far, at least. Early in this one, it is dominant. A big advantage, and yeah, you get this up to like an 800
It's a 3-1.
It's going to take a lot to claw out of that.
Are we witnessing the third 100-point club? Cloud9 got 100-pointed, but these 100-pointed fade, and they're going to 100-point Minnesota.
As you said, this could be. It really hasn't been so far. There's great setups and holds from Cloud9.
No, it is, yeah. And again, just starts with that Mac play. Saw Ant break that one down earlier, and he's able to do it again to set up that P2.
They push
Finally,
it
you
now,
get in, but it's
really
with
bad
10
mistake.
seconds to go. So on this rotation over towards P3. Gio just, I mean, he's stunned up. Everybody's sliding all over the place from Cloud9. They are in sync, and they're going to win this rotation.
At some point, you got to shift this. If you are Rocker, you need to kind of have to be the positive side of the domino, have the rotations, but when's it going to happen? You get those final 10 seconds, that's really all you're working with. You got 17 points up. It's another setup and hold for Cloud9. Mac trying to push out your cuts. He's winning fights. He's 8-3 and on 3 straight.
Cloud9 won.
A split spawn up right now for Rocker. Maybe a chance to collapse on this and find some time. But Mac wants none of it. His streak keeps going.
Yeah, I mean, props to Mac as well. He's on 5 in a row now. Yeah, because that split spawn did come in. You're just waiting for your teammate to spawn up so you know where the enemy team is, but Gio was able to get a double. But throughout all this mess, you're still just going back and forth. But
Here, Dante.
The better position here with P4 spawns.
Oh, I mean, you haven't got a second here if you're Rocker. You've been sitting
Here's
on
a Dante Cloud9 1.
That's your lucky number, apparently. Will they get in? Will they touch it? For 1 second in the hard point, they do. Down 80, though. Can they shift it here? I mean, you still have the back spawn right now if you're Cloud9. You pick up a player in the front.
I think we'll
so
win at the
Rocker,
100-point club.
They will clear out Sib, and they'll now take this fight. Spawn safe comes in for Cloud9, so you have all 4 people here to battle. A nice opening pick from Nero, and maybe this is your chance.
Oh, it has to be. Mac's gonna spawn out, but yeah, after that first pick, they've really slowed it down again. But here we are, they're trying to go all the way through. This should be a break for Rocker, but Mac off spawn. Did a repinch it? Did he make the play again? Just too many numbers there for Rocker.
Oh, I saw him spawn and have like that just kind of easy natural pinch. I was like, uh-oh, but thankfully they kind of wrap the edge and they limit his destruction to 2. The rest of his team spawns out, so they don't get anything really out of it. But bit by bit, you're trying
If
to
there's
pull
one
it
thing
back.
in the world, guys,
Rocker doing their best to
watching
do that
COD,
now after
there's one thing in the world, and you're a Thieves fan, it's always life, death, and the LET heart attack team. Every time they play the LEG, it's a heart attack.
That are coming through.
But now it's 4-9 in favor of LEG. And Thieves probably play 2 more times.
That
Maybe
first
1.
wave to put pressure to the hard point, you're not winning the next wave. Then a lot of Cloud9 New York kills have been around the hard point. Like well, Max 5's free. Like they've been getting those objective-based kills, and I mean that feels really good, right? When you're up like 80 and you're basically even slang.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. But
are they?
That also means you kind of flip the script like I was saying Rocker needs to do, and suddenly that scoreboard could flip very easily.
I fear Gio is shit on.
Well, we're out of the P1.
This is gonna be me tonight. I'm gonna get shit on.
Cloud9 got what, like 45
I feel this is gonna be me,
but it's
and this is gonna be David.
I mean, we talked about
David is gonna be Mac, and I'm gonna be
Gio.
Gio.
This time it's a Cloud9 duo and Kremp and Mac who find all 4 to break that P1 setup. Now they're able to push on through. Kremp's on 3 in a row. With 5 seconds left, set up at P2 is Cloud9 again.
This is still like one of those Rocker type games where like they're just in it enough, like they're just there. But it is this map though, like 80 is significant, right?
That's a lot.
In the lead department. Are they staying close enough? We'll see. It's Cloud9 that are trying to close it out though, get the 3-1 victory and get their first victory of the CDL 2025 season. Let's hear the comms now from Cloud9 New York.
Top mid, one shot, two of them. Listen, two front, Geo, one shot. One shot couches. One, yo, zip in, piano out. Every time I'm coming. Oh, I'll go next week. I'm going over. Already out. This is part. I got it. One shot. Double netted. Shoot one more. One more. Yo, I flipped this one. Pause one shot. He's in T4. Yeah, go back to small. Go back to small to you. Right here. Go in jacuzzi. Yeah, we can go after jacuzzi. I'm trying to work that. Wait for me. One shot. I need it. He's no show. You know what? Dark. He's dead. He's dead. You in time. You still. Let's go back. Three. First two heads, next play. Make us small down. Look at you from time. Look at you. I'm looking at you. Guys up top.
Oh my god. Oh shit, my card's up there.
We should go. We're short heads. I think we're heads. Someone go top mid though. Jim Geo dead. Go by mid. One hit right outer.
I'm out of breath just listening to that listening.
Yeah, I mean,
their turn.
Some of that is due to the map. There was a lot in those comps. A lot happening.
Yeah, there certainly was. Ooh.
If Cloud9 wins, I'm probably gonna go
Caffeinated
and
for
shoot
listening.
that.
Holy hell. But you know what? Whatever works. You're up 125 right now. You know, we just talked about the beginning of this map. Like a win like this
is a hell of a game.
Is a stomp. They come into this struggling so much in Hardpoint. They're looking to win 2 Hardpoints and close out this series 3-1. Yes, Vault Control still looking abysmal. But otherwise, you're clicking here. Just 11
Geo got shit on.
They've got control. They've got the spawns. They should be able to set it up for victory here.
I don't know. We saw with the Thieves. The Thieves should have won, but they didn't.
You get a well-rounded effort out of the squad. One final attempt for Rocket to break through. That kill should seal it. And Cloud9 get their first win of the year. The comms were something. Whoa.
Oh yeah. Bye chat. I'm gonna go play COD. I'll be back tomorrow. Anyways, bye.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We stillin' at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot still trying to flip it out the stove. Rockin' fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city.
Sorry, I forgot.